Welcome to the Hold My Cape podcast, the movie news and review show.
Hi guys, what's up? Welcome to Hold My Cape. I'm here with Deadpool and Simon and
Me.
Liam Mook dressed as that.
Weird, creepy Bugs Life remake.
We've got a new we have got a new sort of setup going on today, so it's going to be a bit rough.
Woof, woof.
Halloween special.
Yeah, ish.
But he's just sniffing bottles. Oh, this is going to be a funny episode. Stay tuned, guys. More funniness coming your way.
We've got Justice League news, Untitled news. Hang on, Fast and Furious, Spider-Man. We've got some Halloween special sort of stuff coming your way. So, who have we got around the table? Introduce yourself.
It's pretty obvious.
Her excuse for a Deadpool.
Process of elimination must mean.
Just read a book.
Read a book.
Wait, you don't read?
You do.
And over in the other side of the room,
Punisher.
It's famous.
Sorry, continue.
Whoa, don't knock my Diet Coke over.
I've heard that the Punisher is arch enemy of Cyborg 329.
No, we're best buds.
The best buds, oh. And it's me, Liam Mook, as always.
He gets me garlic bread.
right? So, you've been up to much this week, Mook?
Yeah. So, I had some, there was some holes in my garden, so I've been relaying concrete, redoing my patio. Big holes. My patio needed redoing. In other news, my angry next door neighbour disappeared. So yeah.
You killed him.
Well, that's big jumps to make.
If only we knew a mercenary who would have removed them for you.
I know, and here I am sat with two of them.
Well, we've got Deadpool and then we've got the Punishee.
Not Punisher. Shut up.
Here he is.
The Punishee because he's the one
Domestic
getting
abuse at its finest.
Cyborg 329. You been up to much this week?
Nothing much really. Just
What a surprise.
been watching a few movies. Starting the Resident Evil films, and also
Lord have mercy on his soul.
starting the Fast and the Furious films as well.
Oh
Hey,
You've seen them before, haven't you?
Yeah,
good.
very brutal, very brutal. Resident Evil films, that is.
Fucking hell.
Tokyo drifting.
People are getting run over. People are getting run over by cars
God rest Paul
all the
Walker.
time. You what?
God rest Paul Walker.
Yeah.
God bless him.
You've been up to much?
I don't know. A lot of cocaine, orphanage trouble, and you punch a couple of orphans and suddenly I'm the bad guy. I mean, what's going on? No one knows. I'm on vacation, so.
Oh, okay.
Why don't you explain to the fans what happened on your way here?
Oh.
Yeah, that's a funny story.
Basically, Dopinder dropped me off. Fucking way there, I had to walk. Freezing. And, Spidey Boy was like, oh, I live at this house. Ding dong. Old woman comes to the door. Who the fuck are you? I'm here for a podcast. Are you here for Halloween, dear? No. No, I'm not. Yeah. Fucking shit show.
Well, I've been putting packets of crisps in the oven.
The fuck? I can't see.
Put that towards the camera, let the fans see.
It's a packet of crisps. Obviously it's got no crisps in it, because that'd be a waste of crisps. I have to eat them first.
Explain the logic of putting a packet of crisps
You put
in the...
you put it in the oven, and it keeps all of its detail perfectly.
But that's an actual packet of crisps.
But like, why?
Oh my god. He's actually from Aldi as well.
Yeah, because that makes all the difference in the packaging quality.
Other German
Yeah.
supermarkets are available. Go Lidl.
Yeah.
I thought it was a toy.
But the still thing we need to know is why.
You're making badges.
Because it's cool. Yeah. They're not badges. No. Well, you could.
It's actually really solid as well, more solid than I thought.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what she said. It's... no, it's just yeah, key rings and shit. So, anybody got? Have you watched anything? Have you watched any TV? Any movies?
Porn doesn't count. I watched.
Depends if it's a feature length.
No. Well, I watched Metal Gear Solid.
Excuse me.
I don't know if that's real. No, I watched My Hero Academia movie too.
Well, I want to see that.
That's pretty good.
I finished Gundam Mind-Blooded Orphans this week.
I started watching that.
Oh, what?
Fucking unreal.
Oh, what is Gundam?
I haven't made a button for it yet, but when I do, it'll tell you that it's giant robots fighting in space with swords and guns.
You've never mentioned it, Fish.
Mate, so you started watching it. What do you think?
It's better than Transformers.
Well, it's got more to it than Transformers. It's quite. Transformers is literally robots transforming into cars and fighting other robots that transform into cars.
I know, I've watched it.
Not just cars, it's tanks as well.
It's still
Cassette players
still a car
as well.
Household
cassette.
appliances,
Yeah. Yeah.
speakerphones.
It's actually a CD.
No, but it's like a. Not so much I'm Blooded Orphans, but Gundam as a whole is like a war political thriller. And it, like,
How far in are you then?
yeah.
6 inches.
What did you say? I'm so quite even I couldn't hear it.
He
It was
said
like the mic.
6 inches.
Oh, I see, I see,
Yeah.
I see.
You've been watching much? Move?
I've just today finished, what is it called even? The Boys, Series 1.
The lads.
The Lads Series 1.
We're fucking spice.
'Cause I'm a bit delayed, so everyone else is finishing Series 2, and I'm finishing Series 1.
Chant.
Well. No, if it isn't the invisible cunt.
Exactly.
See?
But
That's why that word is allowed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but,
It's a great word.
because it's Halloween themed special, particularly, Homelander, terrifying in that first series.
He is.
Absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. He is. He's got some some terror about him in that first series.
Those eyes. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it though. Yeah, I look forward to moving on to Series 2 now. And all the episodes are out, so...
Obviously,
Yeah.
you two haven't seen it, have you?
No, I haven't seen The Boys.
You've not seen it, Tom.
I watched it.
You've seen the boy? Oh, well, we
I've
can't even
seen-
talk about it because this dick.
Well, I'm not. Wouldn't be interested in it. It just looks a bit
do
like.
you like Justice League?
Yeah,
Do you like Avengers?
yeah. So it's just a spoof version of that.
I wouldn't say it's a spoof.
It looks like it.
It's good. Watch it.
Yeah, it is really good.
But keeping with the Halloween special, the missus has been watching The Haunting of Bly Manor, and she said she hasn't jumped. Well, she's only jumped once, and apparently it's meant to be the most scariest
Is that 'cause
thing
you got
on
the kids,
Netflix. What?
I say, is that because you got on your cage?
So you got in the cage.
I think look, she's watching it and you got out the cage.
She watches it when I'm at work or when I'm out.
Is that because you're too scared to watch it?
I
yourself?
don't like horrors. I don't do horrors.
Oh, well,
Happy Halloween, everyone!
it'll be a shit show for you. Right, on to the news. So, everyone's favourite Joker, Jared Leto, whatever you want to call him, is reappearing in Zack Snyder. I can't move my chin properly.
Zack Snyder.
Zack Snyder's cut of the Justice League. Thoughts?
It's the fact that you said everyone's favourite Joker. It's not.
He's dead.
Everyone's favourite
Who's
Joker
dead?
is Heath Ledger.
Favourite Joker.
Oh yeah.
The best Joker to ever play Joker is Heath Ledger.
Keith
Well,
Ledger.
Keith.
What about Joaquin Phoenix?
Good old Keith.
He was shit.
You're shit.
How? Right, I want to clear this up.
Let's play the air
How?
on this.
Did
Since we're on this topic.
the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, however you pronounce his name, he's brilliant in Gladiator as the bad guy, but in the Joker, it was terrible.
But so what was bad about it then? What did you not enjoy?
The entire film didn't
Joaquin
make
Phoenix.
any sense.
Okay.
I mean,
Like,
good pun for
it
spooky,
didn't get
but-
to the point where he became the Joker. It was at the end when he became the Joker.
Oh really? It's almost like it was an origin film.
Yeah, but at least halfway through, have him become the Joker and then finish it off with him doing Joker stuff. Not fucking
So
the
he-
entire film about him losing his mother or his dad or him having a fucking condition where he laughs all the time and being weird or...
So if he'd been
It's
the
just
Joker,
pointless.
if
It's
he'd
almost
been
like
the
the
Joker
Joker's
for
a weird
more of
character
it,
himself.
you would have been happy.
I think I would have been a bit... It would have been a bit... It would have made more sense. But it was the fact that
keep this mask on any
fucking...
longer.
But so you liked him at the end when he spoiler alert kills the TV host.
It was sort of... It sort of ended on a good bit, but that whole film was disappointing. And I don't know how it got... I don't know how it got...
They've been watching you all this time as well.
Not all this whole time. I've been switching between them.
I don't know how...
Oh,
It's
It
me
got-
from MTV Cribs.
I honestly don't know how it got voted like best movie, Grammys and stuff.
Tom Clarkson, you also don't like the Joker film. Can you back him up with any
Come on.
extra info?
I don't like the just an hour of laughing.
Do you not
Yeah.
expect a lot of laughing in a film about the
It's
Joker?
too much.
It's just too much him going. Like, fucking-
Yeah, and he laughs at it. I feel sorry for the kid that he's laughing at. He starts laughing at a kid on a bus.
no, he doesn't.
Yeah, he does.
No, he doesn't.
The kid's looking at him.
I don't remember that scene either, to be honest.
The kid's looking at him
No.
on a bus. He's on the bus and he starts laughing, and the mother freaks out because he thinks he's a
No.
fucking weirdo. Yeah.
If you remember the scene correctly, actually, he's playing like peekaboo or something with the kid. The kid
Yeah,
laughs
and all of a
goes,
sudden he starts
"Hey,
laughing.
Will you leave my son alone? And then he starts laughing, and he shows his card,
Yeah.
which is
This is the first in our series of Simon explaining films.
I'd rather watch Sonic again.
Sonic.
Do you not like Sonic?
Fucking
Why-
hated it.
Why didn't you like Sonic?
Just fucking did.
Why?
Fucking, it was. Jim Carrey is one of the funniest actors in Hollywood, but that film I didn't laugh once. I love Jim Carrey in most of the films he's done that I've seen. He's brilliant, but in that it was disappointing.
Okay.
That was fun.
Great explanation.
Tom, what about you?
Anyway,
What's your film's appearance? Yeah, Sonic. Did you enjoy it?
It could have been better, but it's just the way it is. I mean, Jim Carrey was a bit lacking.
that's just the way it is.
but,
Anyway,
yeah, it's alright.
Back to
It's when we got splits on the podcast, though, isn't it?
back
to
to
debate.
Jared Leto being in Justice League. Do you think it's getting a bit far from Justice League? Do you know what I mean? Like,
It's just dreadful.
there's like
It's just garbage.
I don't understand how it's gone from being this film. Obviously, it's now a 4-hour-long film and split into 4 parts. But it obviously was never ever going to be about the Joker in any way, shape, or form.
No.
So obviously, they're filming extra pieces.
Mm.
Do you not think Zack Snyder's just getting a bit excited?
I think he's just trying. He is trying to like.
Obviously, going, we've got 4
Make the
hours.
film-
Let's fucking do this.
He's trying to like make the fans happy by putting Jared Leto, because, in all honesty, for me, Jared Leto is not a good
has
Joker.
no
but
fans as the Joker.
he's not a good Joker, but he's better than Joaquin Phoenix, whatever you call him.
It's Hacking Phoenix.
Hacking-
Oh, no,
we
no,
don't
I'm
have
gonna
to-
call
we'll
him
call him
Joaquin Phoenix.
Anyway,
Do you prefer Jared Leto to Joaquin Phoenix's Joker?
Yeah.
so let's have a vote out of all 4 of us.
I
Because we've
reckon.
hardly touched on this
Well, there's
subject.
4 movies.
No.
It'd be first film,
No, it's not.
started.
4 film. There's not. There's only 1 film split into 4 parts.
Oh, so
This is the
first
Snyder
part
Cut.
introduction, second part Joker, third part Basil, fourth part, Superman comes in, saves the day because they're all too weak and underpowered in the movies. Superman just does it all for her.
Anyway,
No.
Yeah.
Aquaman?
anyway,
Just do anything.
What was your question?
I got a bit of like pizza stuck under my tongue. So vote, yay or nay. Let's play a game of yay or nay.
Oh, like a
Are
parliamentary thing.
you excited to see Jared Leto, Liam? Are you excited to see Jared Leto as the Joker return?
Ooh.
Just say yeah.
I'm more on nay. I don't care for
Nay.
it.
Simon, are you are you excited to see Jared Leto return as the Joker?
Yeah, I think I'd rather see him as Joker than.
Are you excited to see Jared Leto return as the Joker? Yay or nay?
Nay.
Yay.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
And I don't like him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd
Do you want to
rather.
explain why you're interested in seeing him back then?
Just because, well, I'm not. I'm more armed than armed. But
See, I think you're going to say the same thing as when you just cut me off. But yeah, like,
yeah, because the question was yay or nay, not yay.
see, like, I'm not that interested in him, but
I want to.
I think he had a rough rod of it last time. Like, they say that so much of his material was cut anyway. They say that most of it was cut. And obviously the director of the Suicide Squad's a different director.
Yeah.
And Jared Leto's, if he does come back,
Speaking of phones, shot his man. Just there.
Jared Leto's obviously going to come back and he's going to do
Just
things
give me.
differently.
You can hand me my phone.
But yeah, the other thing about that film though, as well, is because obviously you're about to say it, I think, but Deathstroke's coming in for more scenes
Yeah.
rather than just a cut scene.
That I'm looking forward
But
to.
it's not now Zack Snyder's version of the film. It's just the
It's just
film
a film
plus
that he's
loads of like
decided to do.
DLC,
Yeah.
and I think they're just going to overkill
But,
it.
I'm looking forward to. I'm not looking forward to seeing Jared Leto return, but I'm looking forward to seeing if he can somehow make it better. I hope he doesn't growl and shit at people. That was weird.
I get the feeling he won't be in it for much. Because
I think-
how can he be?
I know.
I think it'll be a good addition to the. If they bring the.
It's like a new Suicide
If bring
Squad
Harley
movie.
Quinn
Yeah.
into it and try and like get them sort of back together, I think it might be quite good.
Do you think there'll be a end credit scene for Black Adam?
There's got to be.
Maybe. I don't know.
There kind of has to be.
Should we move on to our next one? Next. Oh, next topic of the day. Tom Holland photos have been revealed of him dressed as Nathan Drake from the Uncharted series. Have you seen the pictures?
Yep.
You have? I was talking to you. Have you seen the pictures? You seen the pictures?
Looks too young.
I have seen some, I think, yeah. He fits. I think he looks it from
He
what
looks
I've
the
seen.
part, but he does look young. But I think that's the point. I do think it is supposed to be some sort of like early days. Weird how he's dressed exactly the same.
What do you mean?
He's
He's dressed the same way as he is on the game.
The games take part over obviously not one day or not 1 week, like over a decent amount of time, I think. Yet he's dresses the same all the way through.
Oh, in the game, you mean?
Yeah, I mean Mario does, but he's also like extremely cartoony.
So he's not changing his clothes.
No.
That's bad hygiene.
Yeah, but you know, many fictional characters have that wardrobe that's got a million versions of the same outfit.
Yeah, but they're all
Homer Simpson
versions.
never changes his clothes, does
he? Again, he's cartoon.
Maggie never grows up.
Neither does Sparta or Lisa.
Some say it, neither does Simon Willison, but yeah.
But what I mean is, like, there's always a different variation of some, even ever so slightly. Like Samus Aran, for example, from the video game. I don't even know why we talk about this. It doesn't matter. It's not a big thing, is it?
Homelander's always wearing his
a
costume.
weird tangent.
Homelander always wears the same costume. Never seen him.
He's a superhero. This is a guy that decided to go raid some tombs.
Yeah, but he's not going to have a big wardrobe on him, is he? He's got to travel light as he can.
Indiana Jones.
He's got ropes and stuff to carry.
Yeah. Indiana Jones' costume changes
And
slightly
that-
though.
And
Lara
I've
Croft.
got news on that as well.
Have you?
They're meant to be bringing Indiana Jones 4. Well, no,
Wait,
5.
I was going to say there's
New one.
Him with a Zimmer frame and a tomb. I mean, I'll get the artifact.
Fucking dead. Clear.
Older comes down.
I'm getting too old for this shit.
He made him 2.
Do you think this is going to be it?
For what?
Well,
This is going to be. Do you think this is going to be the first actually decent video game movie?
I was just going to say that because
Yeah,
they've had a bit of a bad rap, haven't they, recently?
They made when they made Street Fighter, that didn't go down very well.
And all the others. To be
It was
fair.
Mortal Kombat as well.
But
Was it
have you
Street
seen?
Fighter
Yeah, have you seen the Street Fighter that was on Netflix? It wasn't Netflix original. It was just a film that was on Netflix. They looked very much like the characters from the show, from the game. I mean, I watched it and I got on with it, but it's a bit shit. Hitman was shit. Both of them.
Assassin's Creed.
That was
Which
shit.
one?
Sonic.
Which one?
Was decent, but I wouldn't say that was
Which
exactly
Hitman?
best, innit? Both of them.
I like the first one with what was the actor's name? He was in Transformers as well.
Shia LaBeouf.
No,
Megan
played the
Fox.
fucking Hitman.
Megan Fox, yeah.
No,
Yeah, Megan Fox with
Megan Fox as Hitman.
a bodysuit and
Bald. Yeah. It's bad
Bald
going
patch.
back ahead.
He's got a completely bald head with a eye closet right in his head. Then he's got a bald patch.
Is there any video game movies that are good that you can think of?
That Warcraft was decent, wasn't it? That was okay.
That was alright.
Tomb Raider, the latest Tomb Raider film was.
Meh.
all
I still
right.
prefer the Angelina Jolie one.
Yeah, they were. To be fair,
The
they,
first-
they weren't shit.
The
They
first
were,
two.
like, okay.
What size?
So, yay or nay? Excited to see. Hang on. Ah, fucking, what's wrong with
You wish.
I've caught the rock off guard. Liam Mook, yay or nay? Uncharted. Look forward to it.
Yeah, it should be good. Yeah.
Time.
Called Stone Cold. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Yay or nay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, he sounded excited for that, didn't he?
It might be like worth a watch. Nothing too special, but it's worth a watch.
I say we make a day of it. Go and see it in the cinema. And we vlog it.
Absolutely.
We vlog it and we put it on the day. The
The
day.
dick.
The day.
We put it on the dick.
I'm pretty sure, hasn't it? I mean, literally only
It's
just
off the
has Tom.
dick.
No, it should. What we should put up said what happened earlier today, and then put the vlog on. We only like show like I don't know,
You know,
10
I
minutes
plan
of the
to
vlog.
one day maybe put this on Spotify as audio only, so that probably wouldn't be a good thing to do.
Surely this as well, like, he's only just been cast. This film is not going to be out for a long time
Yeah,
yet.
so hopefully COVID is over by then. Or
Yeah.
at least.
I guarantee it'll be out for about
That's
half a
mine.
year.
That is yours.
Oh.
I think
Since we mentioned COVID, we should point out the reason for, yet
Yeah.
again, another video format in these podcasts.
Yeah, the reason for
is-
this whole split scenario
'Cause
is distancing.
We
But
are
at least we're
opposite
all
en-
on the same page. Tom
We're at opposite ends.
What the fuck's
and
that?
actually it was Tom and Mook both said, "Oh, we're not we're at home."
What?
What? Anyway,
It was one of them that said last time, "Oh, we're not in that same house. We're at home. I'm at home."
we're in
because it was-
the we're in
it was
a tier 1
It's
place.
nowhere in tier 2.
We're in
Tier
tier
one.
1.
It says medium.
That's tier
The
1.
app's fucked. If you actually search it, we're in tier 1.
Medium is tier 1 anyway.
That's the government.
It goes medium, high, very
That's gonna
high.
be the
Do you ever
government
believe the
page.
government tell you?
We're not getting into this.
This podcast has become the Alex Jones show now.
Fuck the government.
Jesus Christ.
Police.
Simon, how much have you had to drink last one?
Young man got it bad. 'cause I'm
Following statements about the government were said by a deluded man. We do not
Fish,
condone.
please put this podcast back in
government.
control again.
Yeah, shut up.
Right, continue.
I'm dressed as Spider-Man. I'm not afraid to punch you.
I'm just a punisher. I ain't afraid to shoot you
I've
in the
got
face.
powers.
I've shot Deadpool in the face already. I ain't afraid to shoot you.
Yeah, BB gun right to the face.
Yep.
Right
Apparently
there.
that's how Bruce Lee died.
No, Brandon Lee. Brandon Lee.
What, by a BB gun?
No, on the film of The Crow, they had a prop gun, and they deactivated it, but there was a charge lodged in the barrel. When they fired it, obviously it's fake powder, but it lodged the charge and fucking hit him, killed him.
Fuck.
That's why when you get a gun, never point it. at
I'm not
someone
seeing a
and
crow.
go, Oh, I've emptied it. One in the
Tom
barrel.
Clarkson, our trivia man.
Fucking hell.
Interesting
Yeah.
fact.
So,
Oh, great film.
Not seeing it.
so,
There's two now, isn't there?
No, they're meant to be
Johnny Depp
remaking
is
it.
so.
Ready?
No, that was
No.
the Lone Ranger.
Uh,
That's the one where he's basically Captain Jack Sparrow in the desert.
Yeah.
Right. So, You wish you can't talk about The Rock as I press this button. Now I know it's in here somewhere. Here we are.
It's time to talk about The Rock.
So we're not talking about The Rock per se. But I needed an excuse to press the button. Fast and the Furious franchise is coming to an end.
They pulled the handbrake.
Could say.
They've gone off a cliff. Thank fuck for that.
Well, they go off a cliff in this next film, don't they? But they catch on to a piece of fence and swing
But John
over a ravine.
John Cena's in it.
Yeah, but you don't see him.
Bad actors in it.
You never do.
Sure.
So, shut up. So, it's coming to an end at Fast and Furious number 11. They're going for Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War style
They all
ending.
die.
I mean, I don't understand what they're going to be able to do that's going to be on that sort of level cinematically. Because
Big crash, big explosion.
there's a big crash and a big explosion in every Fast and
Yeah,
Furious
but this one
film.
they all die.
But that'd,
No,
be,
what I mean
that'd be a
is-
good way to wrap it up for you.
What I mean is, like...
I was going to say to them, I don't know if it's appropriate.
yeah, don't say a
Then
thing.
best not to.
Yeah.
I was going to say it.
Don't-
No. You can mention... Actually, there is rumours that there might be CGI Paul Walker ringing.
What?
Paul Walker might be
So
Paul
I've got a joke
walking
See,
through
I've got a
CGI.
joke there as well.
No,
I guarantee it'll be.
or like his brother. There's like
Yeah, it's-
some rumours his brother might be returning as like
What's
a
his name?
character.
What's his
being,
name?
He's like, I don't
Because
know.
when he died,
John.
when he died, when Paul Walker died, his brother actually stepped in and did the
Did the-
scene where they drive off.
So,
Okay.
I don't understand how they're going to do an Infinity War style, thing. What screen are we
So
on?
they do a cut scene, when Fast sticks his finger, they all turn to dust at the end.
No, like because all the bad guys are either dead or good guys again, or in general, and then yeah,
Stop
there's just.
watching after Tokyo Drift.
So you haven't even watched the really good ones.
So you haven't watched like Fast 5, Fast
Doing-
6,
Mate,
Fast 7.
After
Fast
Tokyo,
8, Fast
after
9.
After Tokyo Drift, it just no.
No, what do you mean? You're supposed it's Fast and Furious, 2 Fast 2 Furious, the Fast and the Furious, and then Fast 5 I think,
Then Tokyo Drift.
then Tokyo
6.
Drift and then Fast 6.
Just to make it better for you to watch.
It's like Star Wars, you watch 4, 5, no you watch 1, 2, 3,
Oh no, you don't.
4, 5,
No, you
6, but they brought it out as 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3.
Which is the way you watch it as well.
No, you want to watch it as like.
You watch
there's
1, 2, 3.
There's a way
Yeah,
to watch it.
4,
It's like
5, 1, 2,
Rogue
3,
One.
6.
Rogue One, 4. Then you watch like
Yeah.
the first one to get a backstory on Anakin or something.
It's just
No, there's a way to watch it where the prequels are like flashbacks, and then you have the shit Disney ones that you just ignore at the end.
Yeah, the Mary Poppins one.
well, have you seen the? There's been I saw the video on Facebook of this guy. He actually like names the movies what they should have been called. Like Return of the Jedi was. Which one was that one? I think that was like number 4, and then A New Hope was like number 5 or something. And Rise of the Skywalker, that was number 3 or number 1.
Can I just say,
This is a
right,
mess, this, isn't it, right?
But he,
if you ever go to Disneyland, right, and you buy a lightsaber, you can take it on the plane. Because they told me, I don't know. I went to buy a lightsaber.
if I ever,
proper lightsaber, go on that plane, I've been told.
what from
we don't
Galaxy's
know.
Edge?
No, like from Disney, like proper lightsaber from Disney.
If I
And
ever got
I
to
didn't-
Florida, I'm getting,
And I didn't know if you could take it on the plane or not. Because of luggage and everything. Like that.
I'm getting the fucking
I got on that plane back from
lightsaber.
Disneyland. Every kid had a fucking lightsaber, and I was just sat there like, could have got one.
Could have gone.
So
Could
if
have
you do want a
gone.
lightsaber at Disneyland, get one.
So if you're that person who was just browsing on this and you desperately wanted to know if you could carry a lightsaber back,
Yeah,
You
not
can.
a-
Now you know.
You can.
and if not, sue Tom.
Get a red one.
All I want to know is how have we gone from Fast and the Furious to
Star Wars.
Tom's lightsaber luggage advice.
He mentioned Star Wars first.
Not
Right,
really.
let's go back to the Fast and the
Yeah,
Furious.
so
Fish, question for you then, because I don't know this at all. You say it's going to end on Fast 11. Does it mean there's also going to be no spin-offs like Hobbs and Shaw?
I'm not sure, but I think they probably will keep Hobbs and Shaw.
Apparently, there is rumours that they are going to bring like a Hobbs and Shaw continuous.
Yeah,
So,
because obviously it's got The Rock and Jason Statham in it.
and Roman Reigns.
Oh.
The Rock's one of The Rock's cousins.
So we're gonna have The Rock and Jason Statham in it, who are big stars in Hollywood.
Do you mean Jason Statham?
Any movie they'll go in it.
The Rock's in loads, isn't he? Nowadays.
The Meg, absolutely.
No,
The Meg's quite good actually.
It's called The Meg.
You're from Statham in.
The Meg.
The Meg was
The
quite good
Meg.
actually.
Fucking shite.
I thought it was a good decent movie.
You like Rampage?
Yeah.
Right?
And you won't watch The Boys.
Watch previous episodes of this, right? And you'll find out what his tasty movies are. And honest to God, right? If Stephen King was in this room, we'd knock him out.
Hey, I let Stephen King into the pub today.
Hey?
I did. Guy called Stephen King.
I served Andy Carroll, the guy from Newcastle.
The footballer.
Yeah, he was in with me,
Fuck off.
and I served him at Wetherspoons
When?
last week.
Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know he was a footballer.
When did you find out?
Like next day when someone put on Facebook it was in with me, I was like, I served him. Didn't tip me though.
He's a good footballer, to be fair. Right, back
What
on
tangent
topic.
again?
Back on to fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
So
9,
fast
11.
coming to an end.
Fast-
Good or bad?
Well, it's good because
Like
what
Goldson.
it is, as much as they're like one of my favourite series of films, it is starting to get a bit.
A bit.
How many times can you crash a car?
Yeah. I mean,
But then there
How have they
is
still got licenses?
because they're the best drivers in the fucking world.
The crash every car.
Oh, fucking bullshit.
question I want answered though: what would the films have been like if Paul hadn't died in that car crash?
Well-
Because they weren't gonna actually go this route. They were actually gonna go a different route before he died.
Well,
It'd still be
the
shit.
blonde guy wouldn't have been in it.
No, he
in the
wouldn't.
next one, no, because it's basically just brought him in to replace Paul Walker.
Which blonde guy?
What? When did he passed on number 6? Didn't he?
Yeah,
I know
he
he
passed.
won, though.
No, he passed during number
Oh,
7.
I know who would win. Who would know?
Would win.
I can't remember the film's name though.
It was Fast 7, I think.
Was that when was that the
That
last
was-
one with him in? Fast 7.
Yeah, he was in Fast 7 because he
We want
said
to find out
Oh,
what
it's
on the foot.
Ask her
Clint
Google.
Eastwood's son. Hey Google, what is Clint Eastwood's son's name?
Clint Eastwood's sons are Scott Eastwood and Kyle Eastwood.
Scott Eastwood. That's who it was, Scott Eastwood. Hey Google, show me pictures of Scott Eastwood. Hey Google, show me pictures of Scott Eastwood.
Alright, pictures of Scott Eastwood.
That's him, innit? Is that him?
Because you can see from over there.
That's why I'm asking them.
No.
I don't know, to be honest. That's how that makes it. Ask it. Okay, Google, was Scott Eastwood in the Fast and Furious franchise?
That's the picture.
Yes. The characters in Fast and Furious include Little Nobody.
Oh. Yeah. But, like,
Thank you, Google.
I was gonna say something. I can't remember what I was gonna say.
What a hard podcast this is to follow. The amount of tangents we're going on now.
Yeah, but we're not interrupting each other, ish. It's going well. Stick with it. We've got a Halloween.
But yeah,
subject coming up
because
shortly.
Paul Walker's character said to Mia, "Kiss the kids for me," and he was like, "I love you, Mia," and she was like, "Don't do that. Don't make this the last thing." And that's how they sort of made that the last thing that
Let's-
Paul Walker has ever said.
Let's replay that scene. I
Hey.
love you, Mia.
Fuck off.
That's how it went.
No, but it was a good touching scene, to be fair.
Uncontrollable laughter is what that scene caused, wasn't it?
Kiss
Yeah.
the kiss with me, yeah.
Okay. Right, let's go through this then. Are you happy to see the end of the Fast and Furious franchise? Yay or nay?
It should have happened a long time ago, so definitely yes.
Yeah, I think they should have ended it on Fast 8. To be fair.
I'm going to say. What was the question?
What?
What was the question?
Yay or nay? Are you happy to see the end of the Fast and Furious franchise?
Because we're only going yay or nay, I'm going to go yay. So, our last news topic of the day, because we don't really do news, do we?
The yays are it. The yays are it.
So, last news topic of the day, because we don't, as I say, we don't really do news topics. I mean, we're not really fucking properly doing it. We never have we? We just kind of get some topics from the last couple of weeks and
This
then
isn't BBC bias.
go for it.
You probably already know all the news.
Some Spider-Man multiverse, Spider-Verse.
You're not going to put your Spider-Man mask on for the Spider-Man news?
There's been some Spider-Man stuff. I can't get it back on. I put too much effort in.
Because we put that much effort into this podcast.
So there's some Spider-Man
news.
You would say it was rumours or news? I'd say it was probably more rumours, isn't it?
Depends what this
See, it's-
multiverse thing is.
Yeah.
I haven't heard
It's
about it.
rumours, but it's like close to news, isn't it? It's like I think there's so much rumours about it that it's basically news. It's just not being like actually
it's-
confirmed,
Yeah.
Just
So
'cause-
No, but
in my opinion.
is it Spider-Man 3 or is it Doctor Strange?
Doctor Strange. It's if you actually search it. I saw one of my mates post a picture of it saying Doctor Strange.
Friends.
Multiverse, and it actually says actors, Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, but it didn't show Tom Holland.
Yeah, but
So it could be they could be making an appearance, but and obviously Tom Holland will be appearing in a bit
don't
later.
play with the microphone because you might be rattling it.
Nothing happens.
I kind of hope it happens though, because it'll be.
See, the rumours I've heard are it's Spider-Man 3 might be a Spider-Verse movie, and Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield might be making an appearance, along with other Spider-Men that obviously we haven't seen from other universes. Because obviously there's more than just 3 universes.
It's confirmed, obviously, that Electro's coming back in, isn't it? That's confirmed.
Yeah, but
And the argument is, why would that character from that universe be in this one unless it was multiverse?
Yeah.
It's a bit weird
There
otherwise.
should be more with Tom Holland in anyway.
I hope it's
Tom
Jamie
Holland's
Foxx
gonna be in
that's
this
returning
one.
us.
It is,
Yeah,
yeah.
because at the end of that Tom
Blue
Holland
Lock.
one, there's a Scorpion guy.
Yeah. But then there's
Hey, which
things,
one?
it's going to be a Sinister Six, and the whole Spider-Verse is going to have to come in.
But
to-
the other news, I mean, the news, the reason I say it's rumour borderline news
Tom Holland one.
is because, the reason why I say it's rumour borderline news is because you've had some stuff that's come out, whereas it's like you've had rumours that Doctor Strange is going to be like Spider-Man's new mentor, taking up like the Iron Man role. So that's one thing that sort of links in. You've got that Jamie Foxx is coming back as Electro. That sort of links in.
Will that interrupt?
Can't. Maybe.
And then you've got the fact that that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield haven't been confirmed, but they've not denied it either. They haven't just said no; they've just gone like it's not confirmed. And Doctor Strange is a mentor, so I mean, it's quite possible Doctor Strange could open up some multiverse in his film,
Yeah.
and then maybe people bleed through or it causes problems or whatever. And
It
Yeah.
could be like time warping, couldn't it?
But there is, speaking of Spider-Man, there is also rumours that Tom Holland's Spider-Man's going to be in Venom 2, Carnage.
If Doctor Strange getting involved with it, he could do like alternate timelines, and he could cut into Andrew Garfield and that, and he could go in there and train from them. Like what they do with Flash, with different Flashes in different universes, kind of like that.
see, the way I see it is at the minute, I think in the Doctor Strange film, there's going to be something at the end or something where he thinks he's sorted the problem, but actually he's created a message to open the
bigger
multiverse.
problem.
And maybe Spider-Man have bled through, and that's how things cross over. Maybe Electro comes through and he starts causing havoc, and then that's how Tom Holland starts dealing with him, and then Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man's there, and who knows what happens.
Yeah, but if they do bring Jamie Foxx's Electro through, they need to bring him as blue Electro, not this green and yellow or whatever it is in the comic books, because it's just going to ruin. People are going to be like, hang on, Electro's blue. People are going to get confused.
Don't think people will get confused anyway, because all this being said, he might just be a new version of Electro.
Could be.
Yeah.
But I don't see, I feel like if they were going to bring him into the Marvel, because he's a good actor still, if you were going to bring him into Marvel, you'd want a complete separation. You've got so many characters in so many films you could have them as. You could easily, you don't have to give him Electro again. It's not like you look at him
Has
and
he
go,
said he's going to be Electro?
I
Has he
think-
said
I feel like
Electro,
that
or
is
has he just said,
I'm
oh,
sure
yeah,
I've
I'm in
seen
Marvel now?
somewhere that he's confirmed he's going to be Electro.
I didn't know
Yeah, I
if it
feel
was
like
just
I've
oh
read
yeah,
that as well.
I'm coming in to the MCU. I didn't know if he said it was.
I don't know, but even if it's not confirmed as Electro, even the fact that he's coming in has also helped put heap on the rumour, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Also leads into the fact that the Venom film series might cross into the Spider-Man film at some point. There's no reason why Tom Hardy's Venom.
I can honestly cannot wait to see Tom Holland
People
versus Tom Hardy.
Because also, I mean, it's not really multiverse news, but in Morbius trailer, there was obviously the big thing that got everyone's attention was that the Vulture from the Spider-Man MCU was in Morbius, which
Was
is
he?
Oh shit!
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
it was, wasn't he?
Was it?
Yeah.
Michael Keaton.
Then he walks past the wall, wasn't it? When he walks past the wall, and it's got the Sam Raimi Spider-Man. So everyone's like, "What the fuck's going on?"
yeah. So that could also be more evidence, maybe. You never know.
I did like the trailer of
Should we-
Morbius. Like it did look fucking
Should we do something
brutal.
really weird? Put some orange juice in instead.
Because the other question though then is as a multiverse film with the Spider-Man, is it a good idea or is it going to be too confusing to fans or too difficult to pull off? And if they do pull it off, where do they go after that? Because once the film's over, if they restore the multiverse, where's the next
They'll
step?
do the Clone Saga.
I-
That can go on for decades. That.
They might as well
Literally.
just turn it into a series if they're going to do that. Have like Flash.
Oh yeah.
I still need to start watching Arrow series
don't do
and
that.
stuff.
Could also multiverse could also be a good way to tie in
Don't put fan
the X-Men and
service
stuff in it.
Yeah.
You could start the multiverse off with the Spider-Man because that's a nice, easy, simple one to do. They've already got a Spider-Man in their world, so tie the other Spider-Man in.
I'd love to see Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Bring back Hugh Jackman as Wolverine.
I mean, he's already said he's not going to do it because he's too old.
Stan Lee did cameos until he died.
Right.
So I'm sure Hugh Jackman can do.
I'm pretty sure.
fucking movies.
I'm pretty sure. Stan Lee wasn't like jumping around and doing flips and shit.
I bet he would.
And doing his
I
own
bet he would if
doing-
he had
doing
the chance.
stunts. I bet he fucking wouldn't.
I bet he fucking would.
I bet he wouldn't.
Leave a reply in the comments.
Yeah.
Would Stan Lee have done his
Comment
own stuff?
below if you think Stanley would have done action man flips with a.
I tell you
his
what, I would
fucking
love to
70s.
see Stan Lee doing some action shots.
So they could CGI him doing it. It's just like fucking. Like mega flips and that.
But yeah, so the question is then, Spider-Man multiverse, is it going to be good? Do you want to see it?
If they do, you have to sort of nip it in the bud, I think. Because otherwise it. Like,
What do you mean?
Oh, if it goes too far out, like, oh, is it going to be a series on TV? Series on Disney Plus?
There's no, there's not going to be no backing
Sony
out.
still owns Spider-Man, so it won't go to Disney Plus anyway.
I doubt Sony will milk it. Well, actually, no, Sony might milk it, yeah. So, we'll have to see.
Would you like to see Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire again?
Not Tobey Maguire.
I've got a question for you all.
Constant
In your opinion,
But Andrew
who is the
Garfield-
best Spider-Man?
Well, let's not get into that because that'll
Garfield.
take us hours.
Tom
So
Holland.
let's just talk about the question that Luke has put forward because he started it, not you. You go first, actually, because I'll say mine last.
What?
Moot's question.
Made a forward to it. Do you think it would be good? You want to see them both
100%
again?
listen
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see them both again team up with Tom Holland Spider-Man
So, yes.
in the multiverse. I think it'd be
to.
quite
Who are you
good.
talking?
But
You-
for me,
Oh,
I think Tobey Maguire is a bit too old now.
Old Man Spidey.
Yeah.
Fair though, like I don't know how old he is, and I've not seen him for
Andrew,
a while, but I feel he looks young.
I mean,
still.
what was the last film you saw Tobey Maguire in?
The Great Watsky. Not Watsky. The Great.
Mike Wazowski.
No, the Great W.
Wabowski.
No, the Great fucking with Leonardo DiCaprio. Was that film?
Gatsby.
That's the one.
Don't make him with a W.
No,
Is it a
but
G?
still, I forgot what it was called. I think I do want to see it, but I think if they make it too much of a big event, then
But there's also isn't it?
I think if they make it too much of a make it too much of a big event. If they make it too big, where they're gonna go from there? The Spider-Man. But if they make it too small, people are gonna be like, well, you've just wasted the Spider-Verse concept.
Yeah.
So I think I would like to see at the end of it Andrew Garfield maybe stay in the MCU with Tom Holland.
What? So 2 Spider-Mans in the MCU?
Yeah, but like playing like a mentor sort of thing, and then we could fuck all this Tony Stark mentor shite out.
Nah, Tony. Oh, apparently Tony Stark, Iron Man, is apparently going to be in some upcoming MCU films.
No, but the Iron Man stuff makes sense because...
No, it makes sense.
Some like flashback films.
It would also make
in that
sense.
cartoon where he has Iron Fist in that. He lives in that house.
Iron Fist?
no, there's a Spider-Man cartoon and there's Iron Fist. There's
Yeah, I know what you mean.
White Tiger and there's Luke Cage. And they live in a house. And it's like run by S.H.I.E.L.D. and like he gets like updates of Tony Stark all the time.
No, but that's a different thing altogether. I mean... Luke's on the go, Luke's on the go. It's on the move.
Took ages crossing that room.
I think completely threw me off. Like completely.
Spider-Verse.
As I say, I think if it's too big,
It'll ruin it.
It'll ruin the rest, and if it's too small, it will ruin Spider-Verse. But I do think it makes more sense. What makes more sense? They were basically replacing Uncle Ben with Iron Man, or having a Spider-Man come in from another universe who is more experienced and being like, "Right, bro, I'll teach you some stuff, like a film or so." I didn't kill him off. Have you heard the rumour as well? There's a rumour that Miles Morales will be coming in, but it'll be the Miles Morales from Tobey Maguire's universe. You can't get Tobey Maguire.
Who's Miles Morales?
It's Black Spider-Man from Spider-Verse cartoon show.
I haven't seen that.
You not seen Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse?
No.
Missing out.
Was that the one that was in cinema? It was like a lot of people said it was like amazing.
When you play the Spider-Man game, that young black kid whose dad, spoilers, dies.
Oh, yeah, Miles.
Yeah, from the Spider-Man game, yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, but apparently there is rumours that if instead of Tobey Maguire coming in, they'll bring him in. Actually, if they do that, they could keep him in, because there is, in the comics, Spider-Man and Miles Morales Spider-Man are in the same universe.
Well, also as well, it's one of those characters like he's so sort of well liked by the fans and that, and it's like you would assume the MCU are definitely going to put him in at some point.
Yeah.
Why not get him in with all the other Spider-Man early?
Yeah.
Good.
But with like,
and then they don't have to kill off Tom Holland either.
Yeah, true.
With the Marvel Universe now, I mean, who's going to be the biggest, baddest baddie? They've beaten Thanos. Who's next?
Where have we? When did Spider-Man leave? We were talking about heroes, weren't we?
What?
No, it's like we've gone from Spider-Man to
MCU, yeah.
the biggest baddie.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, who?
Well, there's others.
How are they going to top? How's the Marvel going to top Thanos?
There's Galactus, that's one.
Yeah,
They're doing right.
Galactus,
And I'm sure they've cast Kang, the Conqueror, who's a time travelling villain of the Avengers.
Dormammu, whatever he's called from.
Dormammu. That'd be pretty cool if they bring him in.
He's well powerful, him.
Yeah, I suppose you could even just make one up if you wanted.
Because
I said they
Doctor
bring.
Strange didn't defeat him; he just annoyed him.
Yeah, and bargained with him.
Yeah.
You know,
Dormammu, come
I
to
want
bargain.
to see back in the MCU, Peter Dinklage.
Peter Dinklage.
The troll in it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
He's not a troll, he's little.
He's a dwarf.
He's a dwarf.
Not in the MCU, he's not.
No, in the dwarf he's a
Oh, he is a
troll.
dwarf, is he?
In MCU he's a dwarf, but obviously in that planet the dwarfs are
he's
massive.
He's like, he says to
So, you were supposed to protect us. He took my hands.
the heat of the star will
You've got-
kill you.
You've
Only
got
if I
no
die.
fans.
Yes, that's what killing you means.
Yeah.
I made him
I do like that.
love,
That's
and
his best
then
line,
he
though.
killed all of my friends.
Yes, that's what.
Did you know that the line in Infinity War Part 1 that Thanos says, "Bring me Thanos," was actually scripted by a Make-A-Wish kid.
Another question though, just related about Spider-Man. So, Spider-Man crossover, that's obvious. Electro, mate, some of the old villains, mate. What about supporting cast? J. Jonah Jameson's, 3 of them.
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Man, there's 3 J. Jonah Jamesons and 2 of them are played by fucking
The same man.
J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, I'd love to see him back. He's the Tobey Maguire one, wasn't he?
Yeah, but it's technically Tom Holland.
Spider-Man! I'd love to see him back as John.
I pushed him away. I forced him out. He was a criminal. I want. Yeah.
Oh, even Mary Jane's, that could be interesting.
Spider-Man!
Crap.
Yeah, he was brilliant.
Crap.
Mary Jane's, Aunt May's.
Make a crap.
Oh my god, but that's not a pint.
That's because it says 1/3 pint to line.
Oh.
Half a pint to line.
Second one down, dipshit.
Yeah, I know, but
Mary,
still not pint.
Aunt May's.
I don't like Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst, yeah. I don't know, I sort of liked her a little bit.
Rock.
I'll tell you what I like Kirsten Dunst in.
Which one's Kirsten Dunst?
Small Soldiers.
Yes. If you weren't going to say Small Soldiers, I was going to say Small Soldiers. You see
Fucking
me?
Small Soldiers is the best childhood
that one with
movie
the-
ever.
Tommy Lee Jones is the bad guy. He's the little tiny.
Who?
Tommy Lee Jones.
Tommy Lee Jones plays.
Tommy Lee Jones is the
Captain guy.
captain.
Oh, what's
fucking
he
bad
called?
Guy. Can't remember. You are a great soldier.
Who plays the commander of the Gorgonites?
I watched. This is Pop Week, so I watched a video about Small Soldiers and how the Gorgonites are actually the bad guys.
Oh, really?
Why?
Yeah, and the the soldiers are actually the good guys because of how it all plays out. But I was watching it and they obviously played clips and that. I was like, that's Optimus Prime. That's Optimus Prime. That guy. So I looked. It's not Optimus Prime, but it sounds somewhat similar to Optimus Prime.
What, baddie?
No, the Gorgonites. It's something I can't remember. It was a couple of days.
I actually got it on DVD as
I've
well.
got it on. If I'm pretty sure I've got
Has
it on VHS.
has your son seen it?
He's not watching that film till he's like at least 4 years older than he is, and that's 8. Because there's not
It's
one.
quite grim, isn't it?
It's quite It's quite.
It's
grim.
also,
Did
yeah,
the
I've
tiger
got to
off the
admit, yeah.
chair and shoot like
It's like
a bit
nail
se-
guns and that,
It's a
isn't
bit
it?
sexy as well,
They try to.
with Kirsten Dunst.
I'm pretty sure she's like 16 in that film.
No,
You fucking nonce.
I was hoping he was going to say the Barbie scene. I was like, Jesus Christ. I'm like,
whoa, you get up on dolls?
Well, you get up on 16-year-old.
Right, moving on.
Anyway,
if he's not here next week, you know why.
so let's do the yay or nay.
we say it every week, don't we? Go on.
Right. Do you want to see the multiverse, Spider-Verse?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay. Don't
Yes, definitely.
Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Moving on. Right, we've got one little bit of gaming news. Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed. You like CD Projekt Red, don't you? They made
CD
The Witcher.
Oh, what a game.
What do you think of this being delayed?
I don't mind because it gives them more time to like fix any issues and that. So the more time they have, the more perfection you'll get.
Yeah, but you could say that about FIFA.
So
Hey, Simon, you said you.
FIFA's just kick a ball. FIFA 21.
Okay, so that's enough.
Witcher 3's masterpiece.
The Witcher 3 is fun. You like The Witcher 3 anyway, don't you, Simon?
No.
No.
I wasn't.
Fun fact: Simon bought The Witcher 3 on PlayStation 4.
No, I got it
Was it Xbox One? You bought it?
No, I got it for free on Xbox One because it was on Game Pass.
No, you bought a physical copy from Game when we went once.
Oh yeah.
But
It was all right, but it was just hard to get used to.
a bit like NBA 2K21.
No, but I mean, like it was it was like hard to understand, like the story of it,
It's
and
basically just cast coin, circle,
Because-
circle, square, square.
Or
Solved.
it just doesn't hold your hand at all.
or Tom, you don't fucking interrupt me.
Dun dun.
I didn't interrupt him. Stop speaking.
I was literally talking.
You stopped.
Right.
now.
Shh. Why don't you like The Witcher?
I just didn't understand it because the beginning of the game it didn't really explain like what you had to do. Like it didn't say where the next mission was. Like it didn't give you pointers or hints or anything like normal games do.
I know exactly what part of the game you're talking about,
Like it was.
and I just kind of like manned it and.
It was
figured out for
it was
myself.
the start of
Oh,
the
the
game, and I
first
just
bit, like,
didn't understand it.
orchard.
Once I get my Xbox One S back, so I'm gonna get an Xbox One S again.
Why don't you just not bother?
I'm not getting the
and get a
Xbox One
Series
S.
S.
I'm not getting the new Xbox Series
Why?
Oh, just
because
Why?
I'd rather get the Xbox One S because that's what my brother's doing. My brother's waiting for like a year or two until he gets the new Xbox
What's
So-
his reasoning?
because it's just pointless buying it now
Why?
because another one's not going to be out for what? How long's the PS4 been out?
7 years.
How long's the Xbox One been out?
The same because they come out at the same time.
Exactly. And they've made like the PS4 Pro, the PS4 Slim. They've made different versions of it. They're just going to do that with the PS5 and the Xbox Series X.
Anyway, that's what you think. So Cyberpunk's been delayed. Oh wait, have you played The Witcher? What camera are we on? Yeah. Have you played The Witcher?
I've not. Well, I've played bits of it like early on. I've not played it all the way through. I've seen it. I know it's like a good. The bits I've played it look good.
I thought you don't have a console.
I don't know, but I used to, and I've had mates that have played it as well.
You need to get a console.
it's fucking brilliant game.
Yes, unreal.
What a
Anyway,
masterpiece, tell
so
me.
CD Projekt Red are obviously known for making quality games.
Oh, best games.
They're known for, have you heard the response to the criticism? What
What's
they
the
said?
criticism? It's late.
Well, yeah, because it's been delayed like, for the third time or fourth time on it. They got criticised and they literally just said, look, we're human, just like you.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Honestly, there's too much of a rush. What happens with the world now is with everything, people rush to get out. They can't wait. People delay.
But
they
then
look,
we end
get
up
out.
with games like Need for Speed.
Yeah, well, no, but they can't.
Which one though?
But then things come out
The
early.
one literally called Need for Speed.
Things come out early because they get the pressure.
Battlefield
Because
2.
obviously the creators are getting pressure from their higher ups because the higher ups want the profit straight away. So they like get it released. The fans like get it released. They like we want to make this better.
Yeah.
Get it released. Comes out glitchy or shocking.
It's
And people
basically-
complaining for that.
It's basically EA
Can't win.
sort of game culture now where it's like they're just shit. They just churn out games every year. They might look good because obviously you've got people like DICE working on them, doing all the visual effects and everything like that. They look good, feel good, but they aren't programmed properly. CD Projekt Red is his own independent company. If they want to make a deadline, if they want to put stuff back, they are more than welcome to do so.
Do you know, I wasn't
You could wait 4 years for a game, and that
I
game
wa-
will be
I
worth
wasn't-
every penny.
going to buy Cyberpunk. And then I saw a video, it was like 10 things you need to know about Cyberpunk before buying Cyberpunk. So I watched it, and the longer the video went on, the more I wanted Cyberpunk. So I had it in my head, I'm going to get, obviously I've already got Call of Duty when that comes out.
Yeah, me and you.
Yeah. And I was like, I'm obviously going to get Spider-Man Miles Morales with the remaster of Spider-Man 2018. And then I was like, I'm going to get Cyberpunk as well as my 3 like next generation games. And then got delayed.
So for people who don't know, like me, what is Cyberpunk and why is it so special?
Well, it's actually based
I haven't a
off
clue
a
about
manga,
any of it.
isn't it? Is it off a manga or is it just off a, is it a book?
I'm not sure what it's based on.
'Cause the
It's
Witcher's
based, it's
off a
based in
What's-
the
what's the
future as
story?
well.
We don't know.
Oh, I know nothing about it.
I
It's
know,
like-
I know
it's
nothing
like,
about
No,
it. It
neither do I.
looks fucking mint.
It's like futuristic. There's like
Keanu Reeves.
animated,
You know,
animated
What's
humans stuff like that.
that other
Sean Wick.
punk gothy thing with Victorian like shit?
Steampunk.
Like imagine steampunk, but cyber.
And,
technology
and like
and-
Bionic and
Yeah,
It's like 80s like dance music and all that sort of stuff.
yeah.
It's like futuristic stuff like that. So it's like
I've actually got a question about the
enhancements as well.
PS5. Will it allow
It's like Blade Runner kind of.
like PlayStation shit like we're doing now?
I hope so.
Why would they take it away?
Dunno.
If
I don't know how they can.
if you have
because-
if you have PS4, you can party chat on PS5.
No, I'm not on about that. I'm on about
Yeah, so well, we file
'Cause-
share and we get games. I download these games. You download my games.
Yeah. we like so say if he buys a game for like 60 quid, I'll
It depends
transfer
on
him
because
30.
only some games.
And that's all I'm
compatible with
asking for you,
PS4 and
Yeah,
Uh,
that's not what we're talking about. So if he's got PlayStation 5, I've got PlayStation 5. Be a long time before that happens. But let's say I buy a game digitally. Will he still be able to download it? I mean, I
I
think.
don't know. You have to look at the new terms and conditions
We'll
because
have
they're
to see.
changing a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So, are you two looking forward? Liam Mook, yay or nay?
I'm going to say yeah because I'm hearing good stuff from you guys. So
Yeah, are you happy it's been delayed?
can I just say one more thing?
Go on.
Because what Tom said, right, and why I think they're doing the right thing by waiting. So Tom's obviously loves this game studio. He thinks it's the best games and all that. If they fell under the pressure and they started releasing games early and were glitchy and stuff, his opinion of that company would drop.
Yeah.
And so they're at the minute they're wanting to preserve that thing. So the fans pushing them to release it. They're good to hold their own because if they start releasing shocking stuff after shocking stuff,
They need to perfect the game,
Yeah, but
game more
the
than
thing
what
is
they've
that
got.
You interrupted him. We had this discussion before we started.
Right.
But that's my point was, yeah, anyway, I was finished. But like my point was they've got high standards and high reputation at the minute.
Yeah.
And if they want to keep that high reputation, you obviously
Yeah,
you
they
set a
can't-
high bar for yourself, innit?
Yeah, they can't rush making the games because if they rush them, they'll fuck up things. They'll make incorrect stuff, and then they'll release it, and people like you will turn their back on them for other games that they release because the game that you were most looking forward to was shit because they released it too early.
But
CD Projekt Red
but
ignore
But.
fans.
Bethesda has a massive fan base. The game's loved. They're glitchy as fuck.
Yeah.
So
I guess there
like,
is.
why do
Look-
people
look at
keep
Skyrim,
why
for
do keep
example.
why do people keep playing and / buying Skyrim? It's full of
I've
glitches.
never played that.
I've only played
If,
like.
if you're going to
15
get
minutes of
Skyrim,
it.
right, here's my fun fact about Skyrim, right? If you're going to buy Skyrim, do not buy the DLC. So if you buy the Legendary Collection, when we get the DLCs for free, but do not download the DLCs. Hearts of Fire, yeah, it builds your own house, that's not glitchy. Dawnguard, glitchiest fucking thing ever. Dragonborn, there's a few glitches, but it's not
Is
too
this
bad.
360 or is this like PlayStation 3 or 4 or both?
Both. But just don't get it. Don't
It is on
download
PlayStation
Dawnguard.
4, isn't it? It's PlayStation 4, isn't it?
Skyrim.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they really missed it again.
On Switch as well, isn't it?
Mm.
I'm tempted to buy it on
It's on,
Switch.
it's on every platform.
You can get it on Alexa.
Yeah. I refuse to play it anymore because just
Or
don't pass it.
unplug that blue tablet because it goes off every like couple of
Well,
seconds.
the thing with the Bethesda game, you got like Fallout and stuff like that, and they like the new Fallout.
76.
Yeah,
Shite.
Fallout 4.
I wasted £175 on
Yeah.
that game.
Fallout 4.
Haven't they?
It's good to start with. And then,
I enjoyed it.
it's good with
Hasn't
the-
Fallout 76 just done a massive like? Because I've got a friend and he despises that game.
Look
He
at
loves,
him. I've got a friend.
but he loves the Fallout series, but he hates that game, and he hates it even more because he loved Fallout so much, like it was his favourite game
Yeah,
series.
that's why I don't like it.
But he's played it more recently, and he says there's been like loads of updates to it, and it's now actually like playable again.
Yeah, but
Bit late now, though.
Didn't
isn't
you
it?
get Fallout 76?
yeah, that's what I just said. I've wasted £175 on Fallout 76.
Yeah.
So I bought the Power Armor Helmet edition.
Yeah, because I remember you reviewed it on your
I
channel.
got it. I got it a day early.
Mm.
Because Amazon delivered
Yeah,
it.
'cause I remember-
Game, sorry, delivered it a day early.
I remember manager at work, who's also a friend, was fuming because he pre-ordered it as well, and you got it a day early, and whenever he orders stuff on Amazon Prime, he doesn't get it till like 2 days later or something.
It was like a whole joke. Like I ordered it off a game. Because it was a game exclusive,
Yeah.
and I got it a day early. But the servers weren't open, so I couldn't actually play the game. But I could unbox. I did an unboxing video on my old YouTube channel back in the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, yay or nay? Are you happy that Cyberpunk's been delayed?
Yeah, because I don't know if I'm gonna get it. Like, I
I
don't
think
know.
I'll probably get it digitally, so you'll probably get it.
Obviously, if you're gonna get it digital, I'll try it.
I'm only buying disc copies now, never digital.
Why?
Because the refund policy is just garbage.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh, this is a
Buy
problem
disc.
you had last week, wasn't it? The NBA thing. That was the.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, but
always buy disc, because at least then you get some of your money back.
I'm just gonna get whichever version's
But
cheapest.
with digital, you will get your money back because the terms and conditions is just.
yeah.
Once you
At
down-
least with the disc, you can take in a
once you click
CEX and
download,
say.
that's it. You're non-refundable. As soon as you press download,
I don't
Yeah,
get
so-
that.
but yeah, I'm happy that they've delayed it.
Yeah, same.
I think
I mean-
that's a good idea.
I'm not happy that they've delayed it, but I'm not bothered.
More time's better time.
Yeah. Well, especially in the case of CD Projekt Red. If it was EA, I'd be like,
The only
And it's COVID, so like we're not exactly doing anything anyway. So
I
we've
mean-
got more time to wait anyway.
I've got a question. Have you pre-ordered PS5 yet?
No.
I know you have.
I've paid
Obviously,
for
you
mine.
want-
Pre-order's never good. It's always risky.
I
I've paid
can't
for mine.
find it.
Demand is so high.
I can't find it anywhere. It's sold out
It's sold
everywhere.
out everywhere.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say, just
So
going back.
I'm gonna wait until it comes out, and then that's when I'm gonna buy it. Probably in the January sales.
But I've paid for mine, technically. My courier's account has paid for it. But, so,
I was just gonna say, going back though, as much as I think it's all right that they delay to improve it, if when it finally comes out it is shocking, they've got sort of less room to fall back on now.
Yeah, but
Like they do have to make sure they do a stellar game when it does come
only
out
thing
now.
It'll be a good game.
only thing that's annoyed me is
So it means
it's coming out next month. We were so close. And I'm quite worried that it's going to be No Man's Sky all over again. Because No Man's
What
Sky...
rubbish at the start, and then
No, like, No Man... Just the release in general. Like, No Man's Sky got so much hype and I got so excited
Massive
for that
hype.
yeah,
game. I got so excited for that game. And then it was getting close and I was like, it's been delayed. It's been delayed. And then I eventually got it and it was shit. So hopefully that's not what this turns out to be. Hopefully
no,
it's a
it's
good
CG
thing.
Project Red. They're generally good at what they do.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Right. So that's the news over with.
Took an hour of that.
Yeah. Hey Google, dim the lights to 50%.
Ooh.
It's time to get spooky. What's that looks like? It looks so different. Hey Google, dim the lights to 15%.
That's
That's
better.
too dark. No.
That's better.
you can't see you two.
Hey Google, turn the lights to 23%.
Fucking hell, that's a Pacific time.
Ah,
Percentage.
There we go, that'll do. We're a bit dark, but it's time to get spooky. So, before we kick this section off, I was walking home from work today, right, and the most weirdest fucking thing happened.
Pedo followed you.
Yeah, because I'm the type that they go for. I was walking home, right, and do you know the hill past the church at the end of Baxter Gate? You walk up, it's like uphill.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, right. So I walked up.
Oh
I was walking up that normal, like you do. Walking up, I was looking at my phone. I was messaging the other half, and I look up, and this little girl is holding a mama's hand, walking backwards, right, staring at me dead in the face.
Oh, so you were the pedo.
No, I was walking. Yeah, but she was walking backwards. A man was walking this way. I was walking this way, right? She's walking this way, but she's walking backwards.
Just in context, he was not wearing the Spider-Man costume at that
I
time.
wasn't wearing the
That would
I
explain
I
it
was
for
in
you.
my work uniform, walking. I'm literally like this, and I go, right, I have to tell somebody about this. Obviously, I didn't tell you three because I wanted to tell you to sit down.
Just in your belt. The guns are dragging you down.
No one's going to see your belt, and I'm pretty sure it's not just your guns dragging you down.
It's these guns.
Sit down. So yeah, I just thought that was fucking weird, and I thought I would fit in with the tour. And she was
Yeah.
literally in my eyes, like staring at
Why didn't
me.
you just pull a face at her? Scare her?
Because that's fucking weird sound. Anyway,
I'll just do that. Fuck you.
so we're gonna tell some scary stories, if we have any, and then I'm gonna go through a list of the top. I can't remember if it's top 10 or top 15. Top 15 freakiest real life haunted house stories you'll ever hear. From a website called, get this, the website is called beautifulhouse.com. and then
Interesting to play.
we're going to talk about our favourite horror films, which there isn't many. And then we're going to make our own horror film, but we won't actually film it. Unless we get like 100 views, which we will not.
Famous last words that now.
Yeah, watch it. I mean, to be fair, if we do, I would quite happily film film our own horror film. I know many spots in Whitby where we can film a horror film. Anyway, so
Whitby Abbey.
do you want to go first? Or
Dun.
scary experience in your life? Go.
Well, I suffer from a thing called sleep apnea.
Shit, you should pick him last.
and sleep paralysis. So basically, most times when I go to bed, I'll be laid there and I'll close my eyes, I'll drift off, and I think I'm asleep. But actually, I feel like I'm awake, and it just feels like someone's grabbing your legs, choking you, dragging you out of bed. Like you're getting choked and you're screaming, but no one can hear you. And you wake up and it's like you're panicking, you're getting really deep breaths, and there's nothing around you, nothing's changed. It's just exactly how it was when you dropped off to sleep.
How do you solve that?
Oh, I'm on the wrong camera.
You don't solve it. You have to like sort of lay in a certain position. So,
Jeez.
so if you lay on your back, that's when it happens. If you lay on your side, it can happen. But it's like a subconscious thing where you can't sort of turn off properly. So it just happens every night.
Oh, so it's like when you're like half asleep, half awake, and all of a sudden your body just jolts.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
your body basically goes into a panic attack, and it's like, are we breathing? And it like your arms might twitch or your legs might twitch,
Yeah.
and you wake up and you're like, like sort of, thing.
Right, weird.
Pretty scary stuff.
Yeah.
You got anything, Simon? You got any
Um,
scary stories?
The only thing that I've got might be scary is, but it's also depressing as well. But
Going home.
apparently it's true. Apparently the two weeks after my nana died, which was my mum's mum, had died. 2 weeks after that happened, apparently I was sat up with my eyes open, talking to my nana. I don't remember it all, but my mum came into my bedroom because she thought she was wondering what I was doing. And apparently I was talking to my nana. I do not remember that at all.
How old were you supposed to be at this point?
24.
24.
Well, my nana died in 2004 because she died before the semi-finals of the Carling
Of
Cup.
course, is it one?
Because that's how you work it
It's
out.
the one.
The one where
No,
Borough-
'cause I
the one
always
where-
remember it because
Borough
it
won.
was the when Borough won the Carling Cup.
My auntie went and she held the trophy.
So did I.
Did you?
Yep.
Cool. You might have seen my aunt. Hey mate, right?
That's
You might
scary.
have seen my auntie, and you wouldn't have never fucking known.
I held the Carling Cup because I was with the Borough Academy.
Oh shit, yeah. You keep saying.
You might have probably known if he was holding a cup with a 10-foot tall woman or something, wouldn't he? He'd be like, oh, one of the
my
fishes.
auntie's actually like what, 5'10". She's
Yeah.
quite
They
tall
still
for a
wouldn't be
woman.
tall for me though because I was like 4'11" or something.
Yeah. So anyway, how old were you?
So 2004.
We're in 2020 now.
Yeah, so about 16 years ago.
We'll take
No,
16 off your age
no,
now.
is it
Yeah, 16 years ago. I suppose.
16 years ago? So
Take 16 off, how old do you know?
29. I'm 29 now.
So 13, 14, 16. That's
Yeah.
right. How are you 4'11" at 16?
I was quite small. I was
He's
small.
only
mate.
5 foot
I was-
He's only 5'4" now.
I'm 5'6",
When he was born,
5'7"
he was
now.
just-
I've had
Same size
shits
as-
taller than this kid. Anyway.
But yeah, apparently I
was
I
this big when he
was
was
sat
born?
up talking to my nana, and I
That's
don't remember it all.
That's
And I
right.
really wish I did.
Well, obviously you did because you've got proof your mum came.
No, but
No,
yeah, but thing
It
is,
means
though,
that he wants to remember talking to his nana for the last time. You
yeah.
dick.
I want to remember. I've always like sometimes I've always sat up and like talked to my nana, but obviously not actually talk to her. But
But did your mum remember anything you were saying? Or?
no, I don't know. But I've asked her before, like, what was I saying? And she was like, I don't know. You just sat up talking to mum.
Ominous.
Yeah. Were you close to her? Were you close to your grandma?
Yeah, I was close to my nana. Like every time I went over to theirs, their house was big, and I always thought it was haunted because I always used to fucking jolt and run up the stairs.
Yeah, but everyone does that. I do that. I'm 27.
If you go for a drink downstairs, it's dark, and you close like there's like always a gap between your landing or whatever. You go there, you always feel like someone's gonna grab your leg and
Every time. You got anything spooky?
The only thing I can think of, I thought of it recently, was it's a really stupid one, but when I was like at primary school, so I was quite young. I don't know what age though, but it was like primary school age. there was a time when it was creepy because it was the same picture I just saw everywhere, like 5 or 6 times, like within like a week, and I'd never seen this picture before, and I was like, this is very weird, this picture, and the picture was like, I feel like it's quite a common picture now. I've seen it since, but it's like it was just a koala bear like eating some like bamboo or something. A koala eating some bamboo, and I saw it like a load of times within this week, like on a poster or like it was on a website or something. Or with so many different places.
How was that creepy?
But because I kept seeing it, but the weirdest time I saw it, I can't remember it completely because I was quite young. But I was in a room and there was a printer that just went off, like something printed, and I don't know who printed it. And when the picture came out, it was this picture of the koala, and I was like, that's what creeped me out because I was like, I've seen this picture and now it's just printed in front of me, and it's nothing to do with me, and that creeped me a bit. Because I was a little kid as well at the time, so I was like, this is very creepy.
Yeah.
So I mean, it could have just been anybody printing that picture, but the coincidence was big, and it happening right in front of me, and no one came to collect this picture, and I was like, well, so it creeped me out. But yeah, it's not super scary, but when you're a kid, it's quite scary.
It's like you have dreams.
Can I just add to my...
I still remember it now, because it was that creepy. It creeped me out that much as a kid, so...
I just want to add to mine.
Go on then.
Apparently, when my secondary school, apparently some of the teachers would stop, like, on the night after, obviously, us lot had fucked off home. And apparently one of my teachers, who now sadly has passed away, he caught a few years ago from cancer, I think. He was one of the best teaching assistants that was ever in that school, and he had quite a lot of ghost experiences in there. And apparently the library in there was haunted.
In the school?
The school was haunted, and apparently it was in the library where he saw a ghost, and there was quite a few ghosts in there. But yeah, it was. He always told us like, and that's who helped me with this ghost story of. It wasn't a ghost story. It was like a fucking. I don't know where I got this from. But I tell you what, if I can once I move, and I get stuff from my dad's place, and I can find this horror story that I made in school, I will bring it onto the fucking podcast, and I will show it.
Yeah,
I won't show it, I'll read it out.
For the people who don't know, because obviously it's a Halloween special, before we got here, Simon said...
I explained that I made a story in school. We were all asked to do like a horror, like, it wasn't even a horror story, it was just like we were asked to do a story, like what could be made into a film. And honestly, that thing that I did, if that was made into a film, fucking I'd want Robert Kirkman to do it.
You're hyping this way too much.
The
spooky boy went down
Robert
the
Kirkman,
stairs.
he was one of the
the
directors or producers of Walking Dead.
I really hope you find this so we can see how good
Oh
it is.
mate, it was fucking unreal for the age. And like, I'm mature now, but back then I wasn't. Fuck off. I'm much more mature now than I am.
Margaret!
Margaret! Yes, dear.
Is Simon mature?
Yes, dear.
Is he full?
No, but honestly, like, if I can find it on my old laptop, which I'm fucking fingers crossed, I hope I do, because I've always wanted to find it. Like,
you're repeating yourself now over and over again.
No, I've always wanted to find it. Like before this podcast, even before I moved to Whitby, I wanted to find it again, but I couldn't. I didn't know where it
Yeah, we'll
was.
have a search, never know, maybe you'll get them.
Yeah.
Who else?
So, yeah.
Fish, have you got a creepy story?
We're on the right camera.
Mm.
So I don't have a personal scary thing. I have a really weird thing that I was discussing with the people at work today. Right, we have on bottom bar downstairs. There is a fan, an aircon unit on the roof. Plastic. I was telling you, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Plastic square. But one of the corners has come off.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. I remember going into work, seeing it, pushing it back into place yesterday. I wasn't at work yesterday. I didn't enter the building yesterday. I have this weird thing where I'll be laid on the sofa, telly's on, random shite, I don't know. I'll drift off for literally like a minute, 2 minutes, and I'll wake up, and I'll have made in my dream a false memory that isn't real.
Oh, yeah.
But if it comes true.
Yeah.
No, it's not true at all. Someone at work compared it to deja vu, and I said, no, it's not deja vu because it's completely false memory. Like the best example I can give is, let's say I watch a film, and I think, oh right, well, I saw that person.
I'll make a coffee.
I saw that person today. I saw that person earlier. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Oh, there was like I could have said like, oh, I've had a conversation about this film with my other half, and I'd be like, oh no, actually, no, I haven't. It's really weird. But that's not what. That's just a little thing that I thought I should say because I think it's weird. But what were you going to say about that? Did you think?
I have a thing where like I'll be like, because like I'll make a cup of coffee or tea or something like that, and I'll be sat watching telly. I'll be playing a game. I'll be I'll make a cup of tea, and then like half an hour later I'll go, oh fuck my tea. I'll run downstairs and go, where's my tea? Like I made a cup of tea. It's like you haven't been downstairs in an hour.
It is a mixture between deja vu and just random access memories from your dreams.
I actually will make a cup of tea.
Weird.
And then like next day I'll be like, where's my cup of tea? It's like, you made that yesterday, you forgot about it, so we binned it. It's like, oh, I made that cup of tea.
Yeah, it's weird to be fair. It's
So
weird,
I've got a few personal ghost stories, but not.
I love this though because I'm thinking, right, imagine somebody going, "Oh, it's Halloween night. We're prepping for scary stories," and they just hear Fish talk about pressing a thing into a room.
Yeah, but that's not. No, that's the example. The example is
you press the cord and someone put it down again.
No, the example is.
We're gonna trick this guy.
That's the only example that's fresh in my mind. Is I pushed that in.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
No, I get you.
But I wasn't at work yesterday.
Yeah.
My head is telling me that I was. I think that's weird.
Yeah.
So, have anybody got any other scary things before I move on to my own personal ghost stories?
Yeah. So, I remember when I was little, my sister had meningitis, and she was in a hospital. She was like,
that's quite scary.
Yeah, like she could have died, and it was really bad. And she had a bunk bed, and my sister was on the bottom one, she was on the top one, and she has a ghost story, like basically like joint up with sleeping angels.
I think so.
Where it's like an angel looks over you when you're really ill.
What was sat at the end of your bed?
Yeah, so basically she had a bunk bed, and it's basically this little girl with a flower crown on. Literally climbed up the bunk bed and like held onto the handlebars of the bunk bed and just watched her. And she used to wake up and be like what the fuck's that? And like the little girl be staring at her, like smiling, and she just said like, I'm watching you.
Wow.
Ooh, that's a bit creepy.
And that happened like literally every night.
Sure.
She had meningitis.
Oh no, Simon looks like he's got something.
Because I've seen it too. I got really ill once.
I don't often see.
Oh really?
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, hang on, because I feel like you just skipped over Tom's there. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
so him
on.
and his sister have seen the same girl at the end of their bed.
Yeah. Because I got really ill once.
How clear was her? Like.
Oh, like do you know like when you it's like do you know when it's where like you have your blinds,
Tom.
it's like moonlight through,
Yeah.
and you think oh it's just light distortion, and then like a little girl comes in. There's actually a little girl, flower crown, holding a little bit of flowers, just staring at me, calling my room. And I was really ill at the time, so I was in bed for like 2 days.
Well, did that scare you, or did you feel comfort from it?
I screamed and I ran into my mum's room, and then my mum was like, "Oh, it's just probably sleeping angel. Go back to bed. Like your sister's seen it. It'll be fine." Went back into the room and
It could be a ghost that wants to kill you.
no.
Go back in the room.
So I went back in. I was only like 7 at the time. I went back in and it disappeared. And the next day I saw it again, and I was like,
Jesus.
"Are you friendly?" And it just didn't move. It just sort of went there. It sort of smiled
That's
at
quite
me.
fucking freaky.
That is a
That's
creepy story, yeah?
Yeah.
Why do we say that one's the last one?
Mate, that's put mine to shame, and I have like.
So imagine like a little girl, do you know we say wedding people, like when they go weddings, they're like little.
Yeah, no,
like
bridesmaids,
sort of do.
like
Yeah,
little
little
flower
flowers.
girls.
Yeah, so like imagine that, like imagine blonde hair, flower crown,
Do you know what would have been creepy?
white silk dress.
Have that?
Do you know what would have been
flowers.
creepy? If it was the girl that was stuck at Fish earlier.
What?
The girl that was looking at you walking back home.
Oh yeah. Fucking hell. These stories are making that feel fucking worse.
I've also had a dream, right, as a kid, where I've been at a party with random people I've never met before, and there's always been a girl with long black hair who I've been talking to, I've never met before in my life. And then like, I think one day when I was working at a previous job, I think when I was at Boys, I served her, and I was like, I've seen you before. And she went, never seen you before in my life. I was like, yeah, probably haven't. And then, like, I had a dream that night. I was like, fucking her. Fucking shit
Right.
myself.
It's Andy Carroll, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Go on, Si.
He's
Right.
spooked, isn't he?
When Tom said about the ghost at the end of the bed appearing, it just brought back something that I thought, I don't know if I've dreamt it or if it's actually fucking happened. But when I was a kid, like when I was like,
Here we go
I
with
don't
yours
know if
again.
this was like when my mum and dad were still together, and I was only a fucking baby when mum and dad split up.
Hmm.
But do you know? Right, don't laugh because this is fucking serious. Do you know the hand from the Addams Family?
Oh yeah.
I swear, I don't know why, but I went into my mum and dad's room, slept
As
in
a baby?
as a kid, slept in there and got in their room, got in their bed, and for some reason I was on the edge, and for some reason I looked up at the curtains and the curtain rail, and I saw something fucking crawling across the curtain rail, crawling down, and I felt something grab my leg and pull it out of the bed.
I've got another ghost story.
And
Yeah, but you can wait till after Cyberpunk.
I honestly don't know if it was real or if it was just a fucking nightmare.
Actually, I've got two.
Because I felt I'm sure it felt fucking real, and I felt something pull at me, and it was just a fucking hand, like
Oh God.
Adam's Family. Like I
That's a bit
swear,
creepy.
I'm not joking either. And I used to have nightmares of I used to be in my room asleep. But I had nightmares where everything would be going fast. I'd wake up, go to the bathroom, start crying, but everything would be going like fucking fast forward times
I've
4.
I've had them.
Not just me.
Yeah, I've had them. But I've been like laid in bed, and
As the dream
when
being
I was a
like,
kid, like I saw
but you
like,
can't. Is it like you can't remember what it was, but you
it's
know
like,
it was
it's
just
like,
fast forward?
It's like you mean warp drive sort of thing.
Yeah.
And I've been like, 'cause like my sisters had their own rooms, separate rooms. I was a little kid, so my mum and dad's room was a big room, so I had my own little section there, and then my parents had a section there, and I used to sleep in that bit, and like so what you said was like time's going like warp speed.
Yeah.
And I was literally crawling around the floor, like doing circles on the floor, like hyperventilating and sweating. My parents like, what's he doing?
The thing is though, what I
It's like
remember.
a weird like dream thing.
What I remember from my nightmares as a kid was, I don't know, it was, I remember seeing like what looked like a bowling alley, but there was like big massive mountains of like mud or something, and I was sort of going through them, but it was going fast pace, and then all of a sudden I'd wake up, and then for some reason wanted to go to the toilet, but then I'd start crying, and mum or dad, depending on when it was, would come in and see if I was all right. All I remember was crying, but it'd be fast. It'd be like in fast. My life was in fast
And you're
forward.
sweating like mad and everything.
Yeah.
Weird.
I was
I've never heard of
I was honestly, as a kid, I was terrified.
Have you ever read anything like that, Fish?
No,
I've
sounds
never
like some
read
sort
it.
of like night terror thing, doesn't it?
Like,
Maybe.
but what freaked me out the most
So-
about those memories was the hand crawling down.
That is creepy.
So
It was
Going
like
to the
crawling
toilet.
across the
Have,
like
when I
say
had
it was
that,
like a railing,
I'm
but
trying to get downstairs,
like curtain
my
railing.
legs don't
It
work.
was like
I'm
from
just
that
trying to
end
get
bit
balls.
to about the middle of the TV, where cause I distinctly remember, because it was back in Birmingham, 8 Central Avenue. I remember I'd remember the bedroom layout and everything of mum and dad's bedroom layout, and it was like, it was sort of got put in the mid. This hand was like in the middle. It would go run across there, and it would go down the fucking curtain. I was like, what the fuck is it?
Giant spider.
Yeah, that's creepy.
No.
that.
I fucking hell, if it was a spider that big, Jesus Christ. And it was a fucking hand, I swear, fucking God. Fucking hand, it crawl there. It literally, it must have like jumped or something. Grabbed my leg out of the fucking thingy. It was my right leg as well. But it fucking grabbed the leg,
The fact that you
pulled
remember
it.
what leg it was is something else.
Pretty
Mate.
much. But I think it stays with you, doesn't it? If you get something that
Honestly,
scares you that
fucking
much. I mean,
Well, it's like PTSD memories, like they
Yeah.
fractures
If
your
that
brain,
fucking
whatever,
stayed
it's a
with me,
part of your brain,
that
like,
stayed with me
so
for the rest of my fucking life. Because I fucking remember it because
Yeah.
it felt
A lot of
fucking real. even if it was a nightmare or a dream,
Strong
it
clearly,
was
yeah.
fucking. It felt fucking real.
Fucking real.
Because I felt my leg physically fucking move to get dragged to the right.
Yeah, like.
100%
Right, let's fish out one.
Have you got another one, Tim?
No, nothing that can match them anyway.
I
So.
haven't got anything that matches them, but have you got anything at all?
No, not that I can think of at the minute.
On to you, Fish.
But I've got 3 experiences, not dreams.
Oh, I've got 2.
They're
Oh,
not
can I
all-
just ask one more question? So for you two about the fast moving thing. So I didn't understand fully then. So it starts as a dream, but then you wake up and it's still
Right.
happening.
So basically,
It sounds like-
you'll be asleep, you'll wake up, and it's like
No,
it's like you're like so much like you're being like
So, but you're awake.
I don't know about you, Tom, but
so you sort of like, you think you wake up, or you actually it's like
No.
sleepwalking kind of thing. So you wake up, you're dripping with sweat, everything's moving like
no,
distorted, and like you'll move, but like you're not actually like you're
That-
moving. And it's like it's
that might be
weird.
for him. But
Yeah.
me, it was. I went to sleep normal, fine. I'd have this fucking nightmare. I only remember having this nightmare 3 times in my lifetime, but I've never had it as an adult.
Okay.
But I went to sleep normal. Never didn't watch a scary movie or anything.
Yeah.
But I'd have this nightmare. Woke up. I remember waking up twice.
So it's when you wake up, the speed thing happens.
The speed. Even in the dream, that it's going fast. And then I'd wake up, but because I had a bunk bed, I went down my fucking ladders. It wasn't actually a bunk bed; it was one of those
Where you've got, like,
beds on the top, and then
not,
it's
like,
sort of like a
empty space.
empty space, yeah,
Yeah.
underneath. I'd come out, but I'd be walking, but it'd feel like, you know when you put a VHS. Listen, a VHS is a videotape. It's like a DVD, but you gotta rewind it.
A DVD's like a Blu-ray. And a
Yeah.
Blu-ray is like a 4K disc drive.
But it was like someone had put the VHS on fast forward times what was it, like it was times 2
So you got 2 times that you got
2, 4,
2.
and 6 and 8.
2
2,
yeah
4, 6 and 8.
it was like
oh no, was it not 2, 4 then 8?
yeah
And then you had obviously you stopped it.
yeah for
And then
me
you went fucking hyper speed.
for me
But you
it
couldn't
felt
see
like
where
it
you
was
were.
at times 6
Right.
and it was going really fast. I went into the bathroom. I still remember the fucking bathroom layout and the colour and everything. I'd go in the bathroom and fucking I'd start crying for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I had nothing to cry about,
Yeah, well, it's
But I
creepy,
was a
though, isn't it?
kid.
It's still weird,
but
isn't
I
it?
was fucking freaked out.
Yeah, no.
And I think that's one of my main reasons why I
put
don't
the
like
phone
watching
down.
horrors.
Yeah, no, I don't like watching
Like,
horrors. It messes
I'm not a
with me too much.
fan of horrors, and that's why I think that's one of the reasons why. Is because of my nightmares as a child.
Well,
Yeah.
Go
so
on,
we'll move on to mine.
go on,
Yeah,
Fish.
let's
So-
move on. But yeah,
On to
creepy
you,
stories, creepy stories.
Yeah.
On
No,
a- Bless you, Corona.
I wouldn't even say there were sneezing's not to do with corona. I wouldn't say there were much on that level. But so my dad has a friend. My dad told me the story himself, but it didn't happen to me. My dad has a friend called Mike. He's in a wheelchair, so he has a.
Sorry.
Do you mind? He has a. He'd moved. I don't even know if he's alive. Fuck. He had stair lift to go upstairs.
Oh yeah.
And you could hear this noise coming from upstairs, apparently, like a knocking. So he would try to go see what it was, and you get on his chairlift, and the wires would twang, and the stairlift wouldn't move.
Freaky.
Yeah, so didn't think much of it. Oh, stairlift's broke.
Yeah.
Nothing's wrong with the stairlift. They eventually get someone to come. I can't remember if somebody came in to fix the stairlift and went upstairs to fix the stairlift and found a picture in his room or in one of the rooms of like a house on fire with a person in it, like a stick figure.
No.
Have you seen this before? No. And it's like I haven't got that picture. I don't have any kids. You know, I don't. Kids don't come around very often. I've never seen this picture before in my life. They were like, well, there's nothing wrong with your stairlift. I can't do anything about it. he leaves, but he still can't get up the stairs when he hears this noise. Same thing, wires are twanging and that. So, I don't know how it come across. He had to get a priest in, or he got a priest in. Right, I know this sounds fucking far-fetched.
No, it sounds brilliant.
It sounds really
Yeah,
weird.
but a lot of people get priests in when there's like supernatural
Back in
activity.
the day, this is like, I wasn't born. This is like at least
When were you born?
At least 26 years ago. At least 1993.
You still get priests in now.
So yeah, but you wouldn't, would you?
Yeah, but priests
Yeah.
aren't as popular now.
Yeah.
Catholic one,
They've
right?
been
No.
doing things with kids and that's dodgy.
Uh-huh.
So
Like, only
Get kids on the
Catholic,
knees.
only
So-
Catholic ones.
So he gets a priest in. It turns out they had to get the house exorcised. The house exorcised because there was a demon in the house and he couldn't get up the stairs because it was guardian angel. Apparently, this priest says that his guardian angel would not let wheelchair-bound Mike go up the stairs
Why?
because there was a demon upstairs
Oh.
and the house had to get exorcised. Fucking jumping jacks and everything. Like,
Oh, so basically,
That-
something's preventing. So, the demon would provoke a noise to get a response.
yeah, but he
And then
couldn't get up the
he'd go up the
stairs.
stairs and the guy angel would go,
So
"Nah,
what was the
fuck that."
noise? It was just like a knocking.
I can't remember because we were on holiday at the time, and this will actually link into my second story that I have. We were on holiday in France at the time in the chateau, which means castle. in
Chateau.
French. Means
It's
castle
like
in
a
French.
large manor castle thing.
Which we were
Georgian
having
manor.
things anyway. Obviously, I won't mention that yet because I was actually in my second story.
Right,
Um,
I remember these two stories. You told me these two. I thought
Yeah,
this
because they're the
happened
only two stories
Yeah,
of my
yeah,
life.
but they
I'm
are
sure
both
I had a
creepy.
third
That's
one.
really creepy. That.
I don't think you've ever told me.
Yeah, so I don't know if it was a knocking or a crying, but he couldn't get upstairs because obviously he's wheelchair bound. He's not going to pull himself up the stairs to see what crying man. Is that me? You? He's not going to pull upstairs. He's not going to pull himself up the stairs to see what crying noise is. Because his lift wouldn't work. But yeah, they found a picture upstairs. The house had to get exercised, and then he could go upstairs again. And there was no noise, obviously. Obviously, I don't think he lives in this house anymore. If he does,
Good luck to him.
fuck off. Yeah. So he doesn't live in this house anymore, but yeah.
You know.
I think at the time I was at least 17 when I heard this story. So I know I'm still quite old at 17, but my imagination was still 10 times what it is now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because as you get older, your imagination sort of decreases.
Yeah. I wouldn't say decrease. You just get. Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. Just. So you said you got another one.
I thought you said you had a second
I've got
story
like-
and a
I've
third
Yeah,
story.
but we're gonna.
I've got like 3 technically.
Well,
So-
tell one, and I'll tell mine. You tell.
Alright, so another like thing, like my dad works as a merchant navyman, works on the supply boats, and he was stationed on a ship, and you have like beds with raised bits at the side, so when it's like stormy, the beds are bolted to the floor, and you can sort of like wrap your feet underneath the thing and hold on, so you don't fall on your bed. And he's asleep one night. His cabin's locked. It's his own private cabin. Like you have one cubicle per crew member. Door's locked. It's just him in the room, and basically he's asleep. And someone literally just pulls the covers off him, and he just fucking gets up and runs. And apparently, like it happened to like 5 different crew members at that night.
Was he passing with a Bermuda?
Bermuda Triangle.
Bermuda Triangle.
No, he was like up like
Could it-
Scotland.
Could it not have been just that the ship was rocking about because of the waves or something?
No, because the way the beds are designed, your covers like tucked in, so it's like a cocoon sort of thing.
Oh, like a
So someone would literally have to grab the covers and literally throw them off you. And he said like someone grabbed the covers and chucked it off him. There was nothing in the room apart from him. And he just literally he got up out his bed,
your dad did the right thing.
tried to open his
I'd be
door,
up
like couldn't open his door, opened the door, ran out, and it turns out as he ran out, 4 other people did it at the same time, and he's like someone just fucking took covers off me. He's like same, and all these 4 guys literally just
there.
Like
Fucking
not
hell.
even just like.
So that's
We need to get your dad on as a guest next year.
But after that, he changed ships and it didn't happen again. So I guess that ship's like one of the crew members that died.
Not even like
Can you remember the ship?
Like
The
big-
name of the ship?
fucking
I can find out for you.
like
Good.
navy men.
It's like merchants.
Yeah, exactly.
So they work on like.
got a bit of spy about them, innit?
So they work on like.
So it must have been fucking something. If there's 5 people.
Well, he's not terrified of anything, like, because like other day, like I made a cup of coffee, and I brought my sister. I brought my sister a cup of coffee. And so I walked from the kitchen to the living room, gave my sister a coffee. I was like, "Here's your coffee," and as I put it down on the side, I heard a bang in the kitchen, and I thought, "What the fuck's that?" Went back in the kitchen, and you have like photo frames. There's like a metal latch. It has like a clip like that.
Yeah.
And you have like string, and it hooks onto the string. So
Yeah.
the way to get the picture off is to lift it up.
Mm.
So we've got a shelf there and a picture there. Something had like lifted the picture up, and then rather than drop it on the floor, chucked it onto the shelf and locked the lamp over.
Mm.
And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So my dad comes in and goes, "How does that come off there?" I was like, "I've just walked from here with coffee to the things like, oh, that's a bit weird." So me and my dad went to the kitchen going, "Wherever it is, spirit wise, this is my house. Fuck off." and he's like, "I'm not scared of you, this is my house. Any problems, you come to me." And my dad's like that. Open his back door.
Could you
like,
imagine a ghost
like,
going?
And he's like, "Get out." And then Vesemir his tank like, "What's happening?"
Well, there's the thing, isn't there? Like, if you're scared of whatever it is, it will stick about. But if you say like, "No, this is my
It's like-
house, bitch,"
When I wake up from sleep apnea, sometimes I can hear like my keyboard, because my desk is in my bed, my game setup. I hear like something tapping on the keyboards, and I'm like, "Stop checking my email, you cunt. Like, leave me alone."
Yeah, because a ghost's going to be interested in your email.
I just make a joke out of it. I'm like, I'm not scared of it. You know what I mean? And like sometimes I hear like a banging or like tapping noise. I'm like, "Just fuck off! I'm trying to sleep."
Yeah,
And
I get what you mean.
And it stops.
Get off my email.
Yeah, so it stops. As soon as you say like, "Oh,"
I don't want no people.
as soon as you like get up and go like, "Am I hearing things?" Or is this weird? Like, you just go pack it in. Maybe someone will come in and go, "Wait, what are you shouting at?" It's like, "Oh, yeah, I could hear something. It's pissing me off." So I just like, "Fuck off." But yeah.
Yeah. You guys got anything else?
No.
No. So I guess I'll not continue, but like sequel.
Yeah,
Part
so
two.
one more.
Part 2 coming your
Yeah.
way.
So, when my dad was telling me the previous story, we were in a house in France. Now, what initially made this house in France a bit freaky is not that it's a big old fucking building. There's foxes outside at night, and you all know these foxes makes, don't you? Like the fucking
Yeah.
weird.
Especially when they have sex.
Like,
Yeah,
like,
the fucking weird
like the
noises.
proper scream, don't they?
Yeah.
I've heard
So,
one, mate, haven't you?
so we have that going on at night anyway, and then we have the telly that was on a timer, right? Because whoever owns the house or whoever's been there last, put the telly on a timer. So
So you've been in bed at 10 o'clock and it's like, "Whoa, breaking
No,
news!"
no.
What the fuck?
no, like, well, once it'd be like, what the routine was, we wake up, we have breakfast, proper French breakfast every day, like bread, cheeses,
Glass of wine.
Croissant.
no,
Oh.
Pan au chocolat.
Saw a French breakfast
pan
then.
au chocolat.
Oh, I fucking
And
love
then-
pan au chocolat.
And
French
then,
always have a glass of wine with the breakfast and that.
Pussy.
that's stereotyping, no, they don't.
They
Dickheads.
do. I watched that Chateau renovation show.
Shut up.
You're taking the light away from me, you shut the fuck up.
Bring the
Right.
darkness back.
Yeah, so, right, we get up, we have breakfast, we do whatever it is we had planned to do in the day, we go back, we go to the pool, swim, read book, whatever. My ideal holiday. Do something, go back, either swim or just lay in the
Relax,
sun
yeah.
and read a book. Or now I listen to a podcast, because I listen to a lot of podcasts. Well, I listen to one, but I listen to it a lot. So, that was the thing, and then we'd go play board games in the big living room at the end of the night when we've all had a bit too much, or we've had a bit. And we'd have a big dinner, like a big dinner. There's 15 of us back in the day.
Is that why you're so tall?
Yeah, because all 15 of them made me. No. So there'd be like 15 of us having like a big meal.
14 of them, only one of them wins.
And then we go into the living room where there's the telly, a couple of sofas, table, and we'd whack out a board game. But the telly was always on when we went in there on a night because it was little too out on edge. It was on a timer, so it would go off at like 10 o'clock or something like that. It would just turn on. So obviously we didn't know this, but we obviously got the gist and just unplugged it
Yeah.
Fun fact, for the second to last day, I plugged it back in again and turned it on and left. Just to see what the reaction was.
Did you see what the reaction was?
They were just like, oh, fucking hell, who's done this? And I was like, oh, it was... After like the commotion died down, I was like, oh, it was me. But then they thought it was me the whole holiday, so I kind of ruined it. And then in the dining room, there's a mantelpiece similar to this one, with a statue of a head on it. I don't know why, but people were thinking like it was moving. Like, people would think, oh, it looks at me today. Oh,
Well, the entire mantelpiece was moving?
No, the head on top of the mantelpiece. That is nothing, right? That was like, alright then.
You can easily dismiss that, can't
Yeah,
you?
you can,
It's
because
like,
when you look at a photo, you're like, oh, it's looking at me.
yeah, exactly.
It
But-
depends how it's designed.
But that
it
was
might
like,
look from different
once
angles. It's
once
like,
things
it's not-
get going in your head, things get worse.
Yeah.
We didn't think about that for the first half a week. My cousin, my auntie, the one that I made a joke about the car and cup earlier, she went to the toilet in the middle of the night and heard somebody shout her name. She turns around, there's no one there. She goes to the toilet. I can't remember if she went to the toilet and then ran back, or if she was on the way back from the toilet and ran back. Ha ha ha. Oh, Auntie Doolally taking the piss.
She's called Margaret.
We'll just laugh at her. No, she was called Carolyn. She still is, she's not dead. I'm going to keep that name in because...
Part of the joke.
Yeah. But the Doolally thing is a real thing. I couldn't say Carolyn as a baby, so I used to call her Doolally. Because my dad told me to say Auntie Doolally, not Auntie Carolyn.
Do you actually still call that Auntie Doolally?
Sometimes. My uncle, right, in my eyes, is one of the funniest men alive. I don't see him very often. He's fucking great. My sense of humour
Yeah, I have that.
is
I have
his
Uncle Paul.
sense of
He's
humour,
hilarious.
which is a bit of my dad. My sense of humour is like this much of my dad's sense of humour, and the rest is my uncle. The rumours went from the family that I prefer my uncle to my dad. I don't. Anyway, also a fun fact: if you ever see a Trio Foods van driving around,
Yeah.
it's my uncle's company.
Oh what?
Trio Foods, like a white van with a blue circle on the back. Trio Foods in white. That's my uncle's company.
Can you unzip that? Can you touch my back?
So we're all taking the piss out of her because I was like 17. I was drinking wine. We were in France, of course I'm going to drink wine.
Yeah.
So I was getting confident and I was taking the piss and that. And the next morning, my other auntie, who was married to my uncle, because my auntie and uncle both brother and sister in this scenario, is my uncle, my auntie, sorry, married into the family. Because on my dad's side, I have an auntie, an uncle, oh my god, and my dad. So three babies from my nana.
Yes.
So my auntie, married to my uncle, says, tell them, go on, tell them what you made me do yesterday, last night. So it took a bit of getting out of him, but he made his wife swap sides in the bed with him because he woke up and saw a woman standing next to his bed. And so obviously we were all like,
Oh.
you know.
Yeah, so he woke up at the middle of the night.
He woke up in the middle of the night and there was a woman stood next to his bed. He shit himself and forced his wife to swap sides.
I just get out of the room, mate.
To be fair, I would do that same with my missus.
Yeah.
If I saw
I
a
would.
fucking woman stood next to my bed, I'm like,
oh, but there's a woman there. She can walk around.
I'm like,
You know what I mean?
babe,
No.
babe.
My auntie was still in bed, you know, next to him.
Yeah, but I'm like,
And he was
oh,
like,
you're there.
who the fuck are you? So, swap sides.
What wrong, isn't it?
So that got made fun out of. You were taking the piss out of Auntie Doolally. And next day comes, my step uncle, so my dad's wife's brother, because my mum and dad aren't married, was like, so 3 people went into me, because there was, on that side, on the holiday, there was my dad, his wife, her brother, and their parents, who were quite a close group, or at least we were before. family things happened that I'm not going to talk about. So it was like, 3 people walked into, it was mum and dad's room to me stepmom. So what do you mean? Yeah, so my stepmother, is that what you call it? His stepmother walked in. Me step granddad walked in, and then something else walked in afterwards. So at this point, everyone this is when the moving head thing comes in on the mantelpiece, because we're all thinking, oh fucking hell, you know, everyone's psyche's getting a bit. We're thinking, is this place haunted? Is it not haunted? Are we all? Has someone made it up in the first place to get all this spiraling?
Yeah. Or is it actually real?
Or is it real? I end up moving downstairs into my uncle's room, the same room as I sacrificed like a solid couple of hours sleep, because
to stay awake and see.
My baby cousin was in the same room, so I moved down because I could see a particularly dark shadow in the corner of my room, and I was like, I ain't about this life. I don't care if it's a shadow or if it's fucking real or not, because the moon was literally shining. It must be the moon because there's no fucking. We were in the.
There's no actual light.
We're in a chateau.
Dark shadow means it's an entity.
We're in a chateau, in a field, which was surrounded by trees.
Yeah, and them shadows.
Fuck all about.
Yeah.
So it must have been the moon shining through. But the corner of the room was just a bit darker than the rest. So I got a little bit, and I moved downstairs into my uncle's room, same uncle that had the woman thing. And then turns out, holiday wrapped up, we get home, I'm in my dad's car with my dad, my stepmom, my sister. We go back to my stepmom's mum and dad's house. It's like not halfway, but it's like it's in England before we drive all the way back to Broughton, sort of an area. Yeah. Turns out, Richard he's called, he's deaf, half deaf. He's an ex-policeman, so he's not like your dad, he's not scared of much. Turns out he heard somebody shout his name on one of the, after all this other stuff had happened, he heard somebody shout his name on the back end of the holiday. Didn't tell anybody, he didn't want to scare anyone, because, he's not scared of anything, but yeah. He heard somebody shout his name and there's no one about. So.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but them shadows have a lot of history.
That's some scary
shit. That's what we were thinking, like it's an old house.
Because there's a programme I watched.
A really old house.
Yeah, there's a programme I watched where it's like basically...
all this stuff's happening and we're like...
These...
Yeah, we're not coming back here. One of the chateaus we went to, we come back and we went a few times to this one chateau. This one, we all said, nah. We are not coming back to this house.
A lot of history in them shadows, like.
It'd be interesting now if you knew the place, like you could
if I
Google
could
it now and
place,
like research if anyone else had stories like that.
See if I used to watch a programme back in, like, when me and Mrs. were first dating, we were watching Ghost Adventures. Like, we watched that a lot because it was, we loved it. I still love it. Like, and I'd get them guys to come down.
See, I watched one, like, is it Most Haunted?
No, Ghost Adventures.
I used to watch that, it's like, they're going to like World War II bunker, and it's like, oh, play the song, and you hear trumpets and stuff like that. It's like, how the fuck are ghosts playing trumpets? That's bullshit.
Yeah.
No, but Ghost Adventures is brilliant, because they get locked down in, like, certain places. They did one in Scotland.
Bagdale Hall. If you go to Bagdale Hall...
Fucking Scotland!
They did it in Scotland, in the tunnels, underground. And they got some fucking weed evidence of ghosts down there. It was fucking great.
Right, anyway, let's get back on track.
Fucking track.
You were next.
Oh,
go on, Tom.
I wouldn't say it's like a horror story, but like, I kind of guess it is. So like back in World War II, obviously Whitby was part of a plan to lure German ships out of the port into open water so the British fleet could basically fuck them up. And so Whitby got bombed or whatever. And where Poundland is today, in Whitby, behind that, in that car park, that used to be a school.
Hmm.
And then do you know where the amusements are? Down, there's some steps in there, near amusements, near the vending machine.
Oh, like the tiny, on
No,
this side of Poundland,
yeah.
the tiny steps, the tiny like alleyway steps
Yeah, so
down
you go
the
down
road.
there, and there's that alleyway near Fisherman's where like, the house, there used to be houses along there anyway. So my nan went to school behind Poundland when it was in school, and she lived along that thin alleyway or whatever. And basically, during World War II, the Germans bombed Whitby, and apparently a couple of German planes like sort of bombed Whitby as well.
Try to push up towards you, but I'm not dog.
Yeah, so basically like,
Ah,
too far.
don't pull it because you'll bump it.
Yeah. So basically, my nan, back in the day, there used to be a school behind, like in an old car park. She used to live like not too far away from it. The Germans started bombing Whitby with like, you know, battleships and planes and stuff like that. And she ran from school, obviously because of bombs and that. She went, oh, I'm going to go home and, you know, see my mum. So she ran like down the path, and she ran along the road where the amusements are now, and a German plane came behind her and started like fucking gunning as she was running.
Well, like
And
in a movie action.
Like, so imagine like you're running down like
Tom Cruise is running down the road and the plane's
so
behind him shooting him.
she's a little girl, she's running down like where
Fucking
the
hell.
amusements are, and a fucking measure stick goes down and goes like du-du-du-du-du, and it sounds like fucking like
Why would they shoot a little girl though?
because the Germans are assholes. And literally a guy had to run out in the middle of the road, grab her and fucking chuck her back in. And it's like, what are you doing out? Like we're under attack. Like you shouldn't be out. Like you should be at school. Like in the shelter bit. He's I went out of school to get to my mum. She lives up there. So he took her up to her house, and then they went and took a little makeshift shelter in the garden. But she used to tell that story all the time. Like this distinct plane coming down behind
She's
her.
still alive?
No, she's dead now.
Oh, shit.
But,
No, say,
yeah.
get down here. Tell her the story.
But yeah, because like obviously a couple of planes got shot down in Whitby, one near Crossbots. So I think it was like one of the planes that shot at her got shot down by our anti-air.
Good.
things. So
Power to the British.
you green
So
bastard.
anything to do with, there's that little like destroyed looking building up on top of the cliffs, isn't there?
I'll be what the
Yeah, so
There's like on the seafront, like that way. There's like
where little cafe is.
yeah, there's like an ice cream shop.
Yeah,
There's like a house which is
Yeah.
literally just half of the bottom floor walls, isn't there? Is that anything
Oh,
to do with?
that's
Yeah.
just been recently
so
added though.
that's
Is it
basically.
new? I thought that was a
No,
genuine.
it's been
It's
that's been there about a
it's
year
not
or
a real
two.
house. It's just a memorial because obviously back in the day we got.
Okay.
They basically said,
I still don't understand why they put a cat in there though.
I don't. Anyway,
Yeah.
you guys got anything? You sure you've not got anything?
No, I think I've told my nightmares and shit.
Right. I've got one more ghost story, but it's not.
that shit
again.
one's pretty
Are
cool.
we ending it on the ghost story?
No, we've got favourite horror film and making our own. It's extra long because it's Halloween. So my nan and granddad. I always think of it as 12 years ago because I was told it was 12 years ago, but it wasn't. Obviously, it's been like another 5 years since then. So it's about 18 years ago ish. Bought a pub in Hartburn, which is outside Stockton, next to Middlesbrough. You know, don't you?
What? Which one?
Hartburn. It's outside Stockton.
Who's Gaviscon for that?
Outside Stockton, next to Middlesbrough.
I think Heartburn, yeah.
Yeah, where you going?
Toilet.
I can't do that in a suit.
I used to. I've got a mate who lives. I think he used to live in Hartburn. Well, his mum and dad does. I think. I can't remember.
Anyway,
On the
not
way.
Hartburn.
I think I don't want to tell it while he's not in the room.
right, we're gonna have like 5 minutes of just pure silence in this bit then.
Yeah, write down the timestamp and I'll cut this bit out.
It's at 1:59:12.
So you got a new gate.
Because I'm angry as well.
This is a weird segment where nothing happens.
Let's get the
I can chat about anything.
let's get the dark thoughts out of our head.
Let's get the Fourth Reich started. Whoa.
Did
The
you write that
children
down
are
then?
starving.
1:59.
I've written it down, yeah, 1:59:12.
Yeah.
Obviously I cut it out at pretty much 1:59.
You should cut it out right, and in the second you cut out, replace it with like a scary ghost face.
Yeah, it can go.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed that. So, back to my little... Oh.
Where's the whiskey gone?
That was...
Should have brought my
That
tea.
was...
Yeah, don't mix Phantom with whiskey.
No. That was straight whiskey.
Oh.
My throat is on fire.
Why didn't you look before you drank?
I thought, it just like...
Right, cut this bit out.
No, I'm not cutting this bit out. It adds comedic value.
Right, go on, Finn.
So, as I was saying,
There you go.
20
I'll
years... 20,
I'll put rest in.
yeah, thank you. So 20 years ago or so, my granddad and my nana bought a pub in Hartburn, outside Stockton, outside Borough,
Yeah.
called the Parkwood Hotel. Don't know if you've heard of it.
The what?
The Parkwood Hotel.
No.
No. Fun fact, old friend of work, little blonde lad. It's been a few times. Please stop.
Facts.
Please stop. So, it's a very old house that my nan and granddad have. They lived in it, but when they first got it, it was a fucking shit tip. It was a mess. So they had to renovate it and stuff. So they were sleeping on a waterbed. Or an airbed, one of the two, same difference, doesn't matter in this story. All that matters is, it wasn't a normal mattress, it was one of them beds where if someone...
Squishy.
Yeah, a squishy bed. I don't know if this ties into the story, but my great granddad died in this pub because he was like, my granddad said it's the first time he'd ever complimented him. Whereas he walked in and was like, oh, not bad for a boy from Grangetown. You know, big fucking, it was a hotel, it was an inn, technically, because I had 7 rooms. But he went into the toilet, slipped, and hit his head on a step in the toilet and died. That is how my great granddad died. I don't know if that happened before this. If it happened before this happened, it's not even that much of a deal, but if it happened before this happened, it makes what happened a bit freakier. So my nana stayed in this airbed, waiting for my granddad to come upstairs to go to bed, because he's working on stuff downstairs. Wobbles, because someone gets in bed, turns over, there's no one there.
Ooh.
Yeah. Turns back over, doesn't move, obviously. Scared to death, scared stiff, as the saying is. Once my granddad comes and goes to bed, story over.
Fucking hell.
But that is just fucking
So
weird.
she's waiting in bed.
She's laying in bed,
The bed moves as if like
as if someone's got in. As if someone's
Right, even an old mattress, if you get into bed like it'll fucking jerk.
Yeah, but not as much as like an airbed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's gone like,
Yeah, but when
And
you're
then
in there,
rolled
but it
over.
doesn't half move when you, even when
that's
you move
what I'm
like a
saying.
little
So
bit.
she's laid in bed, empty this side, and she's gone wobble, 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 and gone, oh, oh, there's no one here. And then she's
Oh.
had to,
Oh fucking hell, I shit myself.
that is fucking
I
terrifying,
literally shit
isn't it?
myself.
Apparently she just turned over and just didn't move.
Oh, I'd just be like,
Mm.
oh, in bed. A bit of poo come
You got
out.
any, did you say you got one more or not? Or was that the last one?
My friend's girlfriend, his mum, either is a manager at Bagdale Hall or she owns it or whatever. But apparently, Bagdale Hall is notorious for being haunted. Like chairs will move and stuff like that. But apparently, like, if you stay in a room at Bagdale Hall, you can hear little girls singing and playing games and stuff like that. And like they'll open the door, they'll like tug the sheets and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
and apparently, like, people filmed it. And it's like, you know, like they've been like in bed like that. And they've been filming it. Like you can see sheets going like that. and
Why
stuff
don't we?
like
Why don't we do that? What, like, when we're all up, why don't we like have a word with Bagdale Hall, try and like log it, and see what we can
Well, like
capture.
like pay for a room and then spend the night and see what happens.
Yeah.
See, that stuff like
And
really
just
freaks me out.
And just say that we're wanting to video it and try and see if the ghost rumours are
Well,
true.
What we could do is just say, oh, like
I'd shit myself,
we'll,
but I'd start
we'll pay full price to spend the room. It won't make it won't like cause any problems or anything like that. But like we'll pay full price. But can we just film it as like film our experience in there, and then we'll advertise you, because like some people like
Ghost Adventures,
some people enjoy going to certain places with like quirky history
exactly
sort of thing. So we could like advertise
Yeah.
it.
And I guarantee on YouTube, ghost videos get a fucking shit ton of views.
Fair, I remember I once went
Yeah,
past
but
Bagdale once
most of them are
recently.
clickbait, aren't they?
I went. Did you notice that statue? I swear I was looking at that statue, and like the water that's coming out of that fountain, because it's like a statue fountain in it, was like a really weird red colour. Like not blood, obviously, because it wasn't thick enough, but it was like I was looking at it, I was like, ooh, this is some
Yeah,
weird.
but like, people like they'll pack up at the end at night and they'll put the chairs on top of the table and like they'll stack them all perfectly as they normally do, and the chair will just go like it'll fall off. And like the staff know what's happening. Like, oh fucking fuck off.
Again,
Put the chair back on.
do this every night.
But
I think I would have learned.
But apparently like it's these little kids who like just play pranks on people,
Interesting.
and you can hear them singing and that.
To be fair, if I died as a kid, I'd probably play pranks on people.
It's a bit creepy, isn't it?
Anything else? Is that it?
No.
Moving on.
So move on to the next section because we are dragging on a bit.
Yeah.
We're going to skip the whole haunted house article that I had because this has just gone on a lot longer than I expected. That was only back up anyway, but I thought I'd have my 3-4 stories that I knew I had, and I knew you'd have at least 1 or 2, but I didn't expect it to go on for as long as it
I
did.
didn't think I'd have any, to be fair. But when Tom brought up, I can't remember what he brought up, but
The speed thing.
no, it was before
Oh,
that.
it's the woman with the flowers.
Oh, the one with the flowers.
Yeah, and that brought up my.
Oh,
fucking-
this is a shout. Before we move on to our favourite horror stories, what was our the scariest story that wasn't your own? Out of what we just had.
Oh, from.
Yeah. Go on. We'll go the normal route. We'll go the normal thing. Mook. Come on.
Scariest one of them. Oh, they were all quite. To be fair, I think the hand one's quite creepy. That's quite creepy. The scary hand.
Mine.
Yeah, but also seeing someone at the end of a bed's quite creepy. It's always as well with ghosts, isn't it? Or creepy stuff that happens. It's always bed related.
Yeah.
It's always well creepy. Like your bed is actually is the creepiest place.
Is it just me or a
Yeah.
ghost pervert?
No, it's not that. I think it's because like when you're in bed, like you're the most.
You're most vulnerable.
You're most vulnerable.
Yeah, and you feel it, don't you? Yeah.
So like because you're tired, your brain's like shutting down. Because I think
Starting things.
yeah, because when your brain
Especially when you're a kid, it's
yeah. So when your
you're
brain
more
goes
vulnerable.
when your brain goes to sleep, like certain parts shut down. It's just like
Yeah.
it just keeps you. You know,
And obviously it's dark
Yeah.
usually as
Kicking,
well,
yeah.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what was your scariest one, Mook?
Oh, if I had to pick one. I'll say the hand. The Simon's hand story.
You got a close second or not?
Simon's other story was quite creepy, wasn't it? The speed one's a bit creepy, especially because you both had
That's
that.
the same one though. That was the same story, wasn't it?
No, the hand one and the speed one was two totally different ones.
I mean,
you,
The hand one
we both had speed ones.
was when
you made out as if they were connected though.
no the hand one is when I had a different nightmare and I went into my mum and dad's bed, sat in their bed, and then that's when the hand came into it and it freaked me out. But the speed one's a different one.
Yeah.
Well, I have like this weird dream
See,
and
I
it's going
thought-
fast.
I must have missed something then, because I thought you had the hand thing, and then you went to the toilet, and then you started on fast.
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
But then again, your stories fish were quite creepy, but I feel like it lost the effect because I knew it already. I knew
Yeah,
it
because
was
you've
coming.
heard them before.
So it's not
'cause-
as creepy.
Fun fact, actually, before we got into what your favourite one is, me and Liam, right? I'll bring it onto the split screen. Me and Liam, and a friend from work who doesn't work there anymore, long curly hair, trench coat,
Oh yeah.
smoked weed.
Oh yeah.
We were all stood outside. Why were we even stood outside work? We were stood outside work
We were going
after we
home,
finished,
Yeah.
and there was this picture in the fish and chip shop on the other side of the car park, outside the reception, right? Obviously, a man stood, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a creepy
But
looking
looked
picture.
like it was fucking staring at you.
Yeah, it was like
And
a
obviously,
creepy.
because we were waiting for people to finish, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it must have been.
We were staring at it. It started to play tricks on us, and then
You were
That's-
terrified
that's
of that,
when-
weren't you?
So we all were.
We were all
What's
like,
what's that one when you walked home, like we saw outside your house, talking, and we like that weird voice or whatever?
Oh, that was
yeah,
that was
yeah. We were still outside,
Yeah.
right, talking as normal, and then literally a burp,
Yeah,
and we're like, fuck, looked around, not a soul in sight.
yeah. That was freaky as fuck.
Like-
But something fucking burped.
Because we were
That-
then we started talking again, and all of a sudden we heard another noise,
Yeah.
and we're like, "What the fuck
And we're
was that?"
So like looking at windows, like, because Broughton's a weird place, but I was walking home one day and someone's gone, "Oh yeah," out the window before saying, "Oh yeah," was funny.
yeah.
Like, but that was fucking weird.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was a different time. Me and Liam and we were outside work, waiting for people to come out. You know, when we wait for the last managers to do the walk around and that. So we were waiting. We were looking at this picture. It started to like get to us, and that's when we were walking home and telling each other. That's how Mook heard the stories that I said tonight.
Yeah, it is.
The other person that was with us told us a story about the shampoos and stuff in his house at the time. Not at the time of that, but at this story, the time this story was based in, would get reorganised while everyone else was in bed. Like in a pile. Remember this? In a pile in the middle of his bath.
so
A tower of shampoo bottles in the middle of his bath.
I don't remember that.
all-
Wait,
all-
I
I-
get-
all
I
stuff-
distinctively
all
remember-
stuff on top.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
so
So yeah, go on. That's what whoever's
Yeah.
next.
So go on, Simon. What story do you think was the spookiest?
I mean, I don't know. I'd say probably yours with the chateau in France, like, because with the ghost woman next to your uncle's bed. I think, was it your uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, next to your uncle's bed, and obviously all the other ghostly things that happened on that trip. That was, I think that's one of
We were
my,
there for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'll probably see the shadow stuff as well.
Yeah.
like,
Just because like
obviously apart
Alright,
from like Tom's fasting, because obviously that's what me and him have got in common. But obviously it's got to be yours. And Tom's is like the second close.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll probably say like it's a joint one. So like my dad's one where like someone pulled the covers off
That's
it.
your story.
Yeah, but it's got to be
No, I know,
your favourite other
But
people's.
take it as my dad's story.
Yeah, but you told it.
Ah, I see. But like, I don't know. I'll probably say the shadow stuff, and then the pub stuff. Like what your stories, but it's like
The pub
the
one got me when I was younger.
yeah,
Like,
because like especially
mum
the
told me
shadow stuff, like
I want to ask her actually.
just being in a foreign place already, you're already like on edge because you're in a different environment. Like,
Yeah.
different,
No
different,
one speaks English.
different country, different rules.
Yeah.
You're in like an old building that's like hundreds of years of history. You don't know what's going on there. You don't know if people die. Like could be like, you know, like most chateaus are owned by like families. It's just like generation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of like history of death and, you know, God knows what. So I think like actual physical things, opening doors, shouting names, and like, you know, doing stuff at night. That aspect fucking creepy.
Who would you say your second one is? Your second, like,
Yeah, what
Next
would you
one.
say was the second one?
I'll probably say like our joint ones, just because like they're both like. Cause obviously you said yours, and I was like, oh, I'd see
Yeah.
the thing. So that's a bit weird.
yeah.
But I don't know if it's like, I don't know if it's a horror thing or if it's like just being a kid and like being overheated.
But
in
did you,
bed.
as a kid, did you watch horror films?
Not really. No.
No.
I used to watch like Thundercats and Austin Powers. Stuff
Yeah, I
like
loved Austin Powers as a kid.
that.
So
I used to like fancy Penelope or whatever she's called.
God,
Oh, Felicity. Felicity.
I've got to say, I'm glad those stories got credits. We started like our first round of stories were like pathetically weak, weren't they? Of horror, but they did actually pick up.
Yeah, like,
but did they pick up? Or is it because they were mildly scary, they just got what in our heads, they got scarier and scarier?
but like we were kids, so it's sort of scary.
I was 17! I wasn't a child!
No,
Well,
but-
right.
no,
What
be
was
fair-
your favourite fish? Who was your favourite stories? First and second.
See, it was either the hand one from you or the blanket one. Because what makes that one scarier for me, what makes that one scarier is that there's 5, was it 5 men?
Well,
men.
more than one anyway.
Men.
All the
When you
st-
think of
all-
the
all-
when you
all-
think of the Navy, you think of the army. When you think of the army, you think men, don't you?
Like, not scared of anything.
yeah, like.
So he
that-
he ran out of his room, and it's like as he ran out of his room.
But
five
then,
other guys went
your
through.
hand story connected a little bit because I've had dreams where I've woke up, and seen a woman stood in my doorway, classic white dress, long black hair, ghoul sort of woman.
Yeah.
And I've looked away. Then I've also had the sleep thing where I've been laid and I've woke up but seen nothing but darkness, but then heard like whooshing past my ears. But then kind of like forced myself to move. So I wonder if that's why it stopped. But yeah, I think it was probably the hand, and then second would definitely be the blanket thing. Because, yeah.
Do you know what I think's weird though about like horror? Because a lot of these things are related to bed and that. And you'll see something, you'll be convinced you've seen something or heard something or that. Still stay in the bed and fall asleep, innit?
Yeah.
You still keep
Yeah,
going
you
back
do,
to that
yeah.
bed every night.
Yeah,
You'll still sleep later
Like,
that night.
I'm going to go to bed now and I'll probably be like, because we're having quite some freaky conversations now, aren't we? So I'll probably go to bed and be like,
Yeah, but the thing is
No.
though, like, I'll go,
I'm in the same room as a 1-year-old child, which makes it a bit scarier. So I'm going to drift off, I'm going to hear, then I'm randomly out of nowhere going to hear a because every fucking night, I'd be on my computer across the hall, wouldn't hear a fucking thing, and then I'd get into bed, start to drift off, and she'd fucking start anyway. But yeah, it's weird how you don't like think, oh, well, I'm fucking sleeping on the sofa tonight. Fuck that.
Yeah.
You know,
But some of these things as well, you remember, like, obviously, a lot of these stories are like what happens, stuff that happened
Years old.
years and years ago. And so you still kept going into that room every night and
yeah,
sleeping.
apart from the child walking backwards on my way home today,
Well, yeah.
which now in hindsight feels freaky, especially after your fucking flower story. That's what you said. You
Yeah,
couldn't.
but the flower story happened in the room my mum and dad are in now, which used to be my sister's room, because my sisters used to share the big
Can't
room
move out.
together. So like,
No, because it's a guardian angel sort of deal.
so like,
isn't
so they used to share that room. Like that happened in there, and it happened in the room I'm in now. So I've got the
That's
boiler,
how horror
the
movies
boiler room,
start.
and like things like where my blinds are. I face my blinds that way now, so no light can get in.
it?
So if there's any light distortion, I'm like, there's no light getting in. What's that?
Yeah, yeah. So
So it's a bit creepy.
got a very flimmy throat.
But if I'm laid in bed, like I'm laid there, like it feels like someone's like sort of crawling up my bed, like a black figure. That
that's
kind
an
of freaks me out.
entity. If it's black, it's entity. White, it's angel.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I've got an entity in my room then. Cause
Yeah.
I've got like
You need to tell it to fuck off.
I've told it many times to fuck off. But I have like a board.
Yeah,
where-
before you know, that's waking. Does your sister live with you still?
Yeah.
Before you know, that entity is waking your sister up and she's just gone. So that's why it's not leaving.
Possibly.
So you
But
need to
like-
get your sister to
like-
bang off.
So my desk's my
Yeah,
bed.
it's exchange and
So,
everything.
so my bed's there. And my room's quite small. So my bed's
I know
there.
how small your room is.
Bed's there, desk's there. I have a little board in between my bed and my desk.
Yeah.
I've moved it now.
Have you?
But I'll be laid in bed and the board's gone like tap it. I'm like, I'm not moving. I've just sat up and the board's going. So I've moved the board and the board will go on the floor. And I'm like, how's that moved? And I've propped it up against the wall.
Well, have you
So-
probably do it like that?
I put it there. I put a bag there, so it's like the weight of the bag keeps
Can't.
propped up.
Move it.
So basically, the only way to move it by force. So I've laid down flat now. And I don't hear it tapping, but I hear like something going like that on my keyboard, like tapping keys and stuff like that.
You see, the keyboard thing doesn't bother me in the slightest because every now and again your computer just goes.
It was turned off.
Yeah, no, something like that.
Yeah,
It's
it's
something to do with the wiring.
Have you got
Yeah,
any
like-
flour in your house?
Any
Oh,
flowers?
man, it's not fucking super.
Right, we
I've
need
got-
to move on
I've got
anyway.
flowers
We need to
downstairs.
move
We
on.
need to move on.
Not flour,
Not
like
flour, not
self-raising flour.
We're moving on.
No.
We're moving
Pour,
on.
pour it on your floor. See if you get any demon feet.
Right, to be fair, I think you should just for crack, just to see. And wake up in the morning and take a photo. Right, so
What I'll do is I'll leave my phone on record, and I'll go to sleep and I'll see if there's like fucking voice recordings or that.
Yeah.
no, because
I've
you
always
have
wanted to
like
do that,
8 hours
to be
plus of noise.
Silence.
Not just of silence, but of space, memory, That's like gigabytes upon gigabytes of data.
Yeah, but we've got to get those voice
Right,
recordings.
moving on. Come on, we need to get
Right.
going.
Yeah,
So,
it's like quarter to
I've
12.
got favourite horror movies written down here. But I think to do the favourite horror movies, we should literally see what it is, move on. Not know why, know how, just what it is. Mook, go.
Oh, don't start with me. I don't watch many horrors at all. I'm not a horror fan at all.
This was supposed to be a quick segment, so.
Someone else go first while I
Go on,
think.
Si.
I haven't got a favourite horror. Maybe Jason X.
That's a horror film. So yeah. Tom?
Descent.
Just because it was
Oh, that's a fucking banger of a film, that.
Descent.
Paranormal Activity, the first one.
good. Oh,
Back
yeah.
when it was scary, before it obviously got overused.
I've got a story about that. Like, you know,
Oh.
the stairs in Paranormal Activity.
Hmm.
The exact. My dad's stairs at his house are the exact same. It's fucking scary as fuck. After I watched that film, I ran up them fucking stairs.
My grandma's like that, just vertical.
No,
I thought you were talking
Literally.
about your grandma herself.
No,
Saying that.
no.
I literally got shivers thinking that you were talking about something to do with your grandma.
no, literally.
The stairs in
My,
my grandma's house like
my
vertical.
dad's
I've got
stairs
buttons to press
and
and
the
I can't get
Paranormal
scared.
Activity stairs are exactly the same. Up, space, up.
Oh, mine like that. Mine got
So
up,
mine.
it's like a landing.
And apparently-
all the time, man.
And apparently, at my dad's house, one of my ex-girlfriends, I was upstairs in my bedroom, and she shouted up. She was in the kitchen. She shouted up saying, "Time to get away from the door." I was nowhere near. I was like, "I'm upstairs." She said she saw a black shadow in the doorway of the kitchen. She fucking shot up them stairs.
So yeah,
What I was thinking of I always thought it was a weird one because it came out and it was like a 12, but it was actually terrifying. For a 12 anyway, especially that I can't remember its name. It was the Harry Potter one.
Prisoner of Azkaban.
No, not a Harry Potter film, but it had Daniel Radcliffe in.
Oh.
Oh, Woman in Black.
One in black. Yeah.
That was shite, man.
Yeah, but it
Anyway,
had like jumpy little bits, didn't it? Oh,
I had the one hand
When
print
that,
on the
when, that,
window.
when that woman frigging herself off, isn't it? Was
Is
that Black Swan?
You're thinking of The Exorcist, where she's in bed.
No, it's like a fairly new horror-ish film. It's like a woman. Is it Black Swan?
I haven't seen Black Swan.
I don't know.
Anyway, go on, Si. Oh, you've already said yours.
Yeah.
Right, so I'm going to write some notes for this one because we're going to quickly
Yeah.
write
We need to move on.
our own very basic plot lines and concepts and genre and
some people
screenplay.
would say the scariest thing about this episode is the run length.
Yeah, actually, I'll probably say with some of the fucking stories. I can't wait to read some comments, Jacob. Right,
Right,
so our horror film, right?
where are we setting it?
I've
In the
got
woods.
two things I want to put into this.
Go on.
I want aliens, not ghosts,
Okay, interesting.
and I want modern day.
Okay, modern day alien story then.
I don't mean
But
Yeah.
how are you changing this from horror to like? Are you not venturing too much into sci-fi?
no. I've seen horror films with aliens in them.
No, there is, of course, there is, yeah. But
So you want aliens instead of ghosts?
I want aliens instead of ghosts. So if I write alien and modern.
what? Do you have any idea what you want these aliens to look like or act like? Are they like the green
See-
men aliens or the?
Horror film wise, aliens, you've got your silly. On a scale of silly to scary, you've got silly, xenomorph. There's one scene that I think a xenomorph is scary, and that's when the little girl looks out the window with the night vision goggles and sees one running across the back garden. In Alien vs Predator 2, which is a shit film. And then you've got your scary, which would be like your signs.
Yeah, that's
You
pretty.
seen that?
Yeah.
Weird, end's a bit
When
weird.
in that basement, that fucking vent.
Just when he's looking at the footage and you see one run across, and you're like, fucking.
No, where's like in that basement? That is that vent, and you see that hand.
What,
and
what,
it's like
what,
that. On the side.
yeah, oh, when they look underneath the door and you see the thing, yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, in the vent, the hand goes like that, and it's like he's about to go inside. He goes, "Ah, you fucking!" And the hands like that, and they put sandbags up, and it's like in the
Yeah,
vent,
yeah.
like fucking smacking
Yeah,
them
yeah,
out.
yeah.
Oh, that
So,
shit me right up.
that's a fucking good
What?
point.
The film Alien.
Signs.
Signs.
Not
With
saying
the-
that.
M. Night Shyamalan. made
I don't know that film.
Unbreakable,
It's got
Glass and...
Like I say, I don't watch horrors.
No, they're not horror films. Unbreakable's not a horror film. Bruce Willis, superhero film about but set in...
Oh, you're on about that trilogy, aren't you? The Splinter trilogy.
Yeah. That, and then there was...
Oh, the one that's glass and stuff.
Yeah.
It's a
He
trilogy,
directed
it's only
them
just
films.
become a trilogy like when the third one came out.
Yeah. So, Alien, modern day, also Dark Skies. Have you seen that? It's not the most terrifying of films. There's one. It's.
I don't think I've
And
seen
then
it.
they've got Fourth Kind as well, which is a Paranormal Activity-esque sort of film where it's all real, but probably not. Yeah, the alien. People see the aliens as an owl, and then they pass out and wake up and don't remember the thing. But when they got put into a hypnotic state, and when they remember things, they just start screaming in pain. Because obviously they've been put through loads of pain when they were getting experimented on. But then the memory gets wiped, so they don't remember the thing. So we need a plot. We need a basic concept. Is this a aliens are invading, so we have to survive?
I'd say like
Is this aliens are invading, so strange things are happening that we can't
I
explain?
wouldn't say invading. I'd say they're already here. So I'd say like
Are they disguised as people or are they like...
so like people go caving
Okay.
in like Mexico or something
Very
like.
descent.
Like Aztec kind of like things, like because
Okay.
in Mexico, like in Brazil, there's like loads of underwater caves and shit like that.
Yeah.
Loads of like unexplored caves.
What, and finding like signs of life that's arrived before?
I'd say like people go caving, you know, they find like artifacts or like sculptures or like stuff like that. Because obviously, like back in Aztec culture, they believe that the caves were like basically the underworld, and their god, like people go there to die or whatever. It's like that's where the abyss god lives or whatever, the serpent god or whatever they call it. So I'd say like people go caving, and they find these sculptures, artifacts, stuff like that, and then there's all obviously like signs of life, and they think, oh, like this is like a new discovery, or like blind fish or like random spiders or anything like that. But then there's other stuff, like other signs of life, and then like they explore further, and then like these people get trapped in this cave, and there's like alien life forms, sort of stuff.
Is that what you want to happen in this?
Yeah.
So it sounds like a mixture between Descent and AVP.
Yeah. But it's just creepy because you're in a cave, and caves are fucking creepy anyway. And you've got aliens in the caves. Like tight crawl spaces.
Trapped in.
So you saying like it's an alien that's been here all the time, but it's only sort of like been woken up kind of thing because people are like pestering it?
Yeah, because the concept,
So it's like War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise.
It's kind of like Waterworld, but like
the concept of AVP, the first one is people find a cave and they're like, this is a mixture of all of the ancient things, Aztec, Egyptian, and all these sort of things, and it turns out to be where the alien hunted the predators as for game to see who was the best predator, and obviously they go down there and they reawaken.
I'm just describing the plot of that.
Almost, but I imagine it'd probably be better because that got dumbed down at PG-13 and turned out a bit of a mess.
Yeah.
So far we've got aliens in modern day that are already here. People are going caving and it's some sort of Aztec sort of ruin. You get trapped in there with the aliens. Has anyone got any specific scenes that they would like to see in this? I should have planned this out better, but we're not that type of group.
What they sort of split up. One of them cracks a flare. As he cracks a flare, as soon as he cracks a flare, and he goes like that to put his hand out. There's like a fucking thing standing there and just fucking screams at him, and then like, they scream back. But before they can like actually get the like, so they open the mouth like it goes to scream. Before they can just scream, it's just like it just fucking gets them and it goes black. So they've got a flare, and he just puts the flare out, and they never see him again. And then everyone else is like, "What was that?"
So I've just wrote split up flare.
I feel like you have to have a lot of like scenic things now, and like you have to have like long dark corridors and like dripping water, and you want like a constant dripping sound.
Yeah.
You want
Dark
that.
corridor.
Dripping sounds like
Echoing.
so like they go, oh, like is it water? And they shine the torch, it's like red. And it's like, oh, where's the red coming from? And it's like bits of fucking arms and stuff like that.
Blood dripping.
Want echoes, don't you? Echoey corridors.
You got any scenes you want in? Sorry.
Like random like gurgling noises and that.
Yeah, but
Like Predator, but it's like fucking like that.
Tell you what you need as well. Like you want something to keep suspense, and I would say, because it's like modern day in caving, you can blag it enough. I think you could have like some tech where it's like a heart rate monitor, so you can just have like beeps of that getting
Oh,
steadier
so like,
and steadier to,
it's like the stuff from like Jurassic World when they're hunting the Indominus.
or more famously from Alien when they had the heartbeat sensor.
Yeah, but they have the heartbeat monitors on Jurassic World.
Remember that classic noise?
So I'm guessing in these aliens as well, you don't want to properly see them ever.
So it's like when
If you did,
if you watch Cloverfield, you don't actually see the monster.
You
You
do.
sort of like glimpses of it.
Yeah.
Kind of like
that is a fucking film and a half, by the way.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, but like,
I don't know
You
why,
haven't seen
but
it?
No.
I posted.
Apparently, you only see what you need to see.
Yeah.
But it's like suspense sort of thing. So like I'm saying like suspense.
What's the
it's
actual monster like?
Like,
Of
you don't know.
Cloverfield.
Oh, it's
It's-
like a big kaiju.
It's a
thing.
big alien thing that comes down and
Is it like a kaiju from Pacific Rim?
well, in a way, but not like that sort of over designed.
Yeah.
The scene I would want to see is someone maybe survive the split up flare thing, but see the alien, and someone would be like, "Oh, what was it? What did you see?" And it's like, "Oh, it was just like that," and they get murdered. See the terror in his eye, and then the person he's talking to gets killed.
Because I'm playing a game at the moment called
It
Forest.
runs off.
I'm playing the Forest. Yeah, and like there's basically like these cannibal people, but like, later on you get white, like they're painted white, and they've got like face masks on.
Hmm.
So it's like a almost like a humanoid alien, which where like the skin of the person who's just killed, and like as they like sort of thing, just goes out and just fucking grabs him, you know,
Mm.
sort of like.
But it's like the scene in Resident Evil Extinction, or is it after?
Is that the desert one?
No, I think it might be Extinction, where they're in the showers and they're planning on escaping down into the tunnel, and all of a sudden that big dude with
Apocalypse, you're thinking of.
no
Big gadget with a
the
big
big
gun.
dude with the big sword / hammer comes down and slices that Asian guy because he's like, oh, we've got to get down there, like, or something like that, and then he just slices him. He's the nice guy as well.
This guy's always died.
And then the two girls, Mila Djokovic, is it? Mia, yeah. And then there's that other fit one that's in it, and she like puts a chest full of coins for him. You know the ones with the guy with the fucking
What's his home?
Resident
Resident
Evil.
Evil. I'm sure Extinction's the one in the desert though.
I don't think. Oh, is that the new one with that prison block?
Yeah, one from
And they
the
go
guy
down-
with prison break. The guy out of prison
And
break.
they're going to that water bit, and she's like, comes the water, and then that thing just comes out of the water and fucking grabs him, puts it back in, kills it, and tunnels through the water.
Do you know that reminds me of? You might have seen this. Deep Blue Sea.
Oh yeah.
We
Oh, no.
need to stick together. Shark. Have you seen that?
Yeah. You think like,
Sam Jackson. You're like, oh well, it's Samuel L. Jackson. He's not going to die.
Yeah.
We need to stop fighting. We need to stick together.
You think you should close that, wouldn't you?
Oh no, it is. Might be Resident Evil Afterlife. I'm thinking of.
I don't think
cast.
I've seen that one. I don't know.
Yeah, it's Resident Evil Afterlife. Kim Young, who gets sliced.
No idea.
But who's the one that?
So you want somebody to get killed in a shower?
There's no showers in the cave, mate.
I don't know what
But let's just like Bobby Mine and they have showers.
images.
What about an ending? How we want to? Are they going to save the day? Or?
That dude.
That Descent film.
I'd say the old dog.
Oh yeah. So you want two people? Wait. You want people in the shower and then somebody to get killed?
No, but I'm just saying that the guy, that one kills like this Asian guy.
So what if like they're in the cave, there's like running water down, but like running above their heads, and they're both talking and they're running water, and then someone just cuts them in half or whatever.
Maybe.
But I'm saying no one gets out of it, so everyone dies.
We need to hurry this on though, because it's like nearly 3
So-
hours, and it's like nearly 12 o'clock, and I've got to go up at 9.
People talking. It's the worst spelling of talking. It looks like Tallg.
It's like telled.
Talking. Both die?
Yeah, they should. I think the last person should be like running for the entrance.
Yeah, the
and just
protagonist
gets killed.
either nearly escapes and gets killed.
Or just about to escape. And you think it's come out and it's just someone grabs it and pulls it back in.
Or
and it
I can see 3 endings. I can see nearly escapes but gets killed, or nearly kills it but gets killed, or kills it and then there's just more of them and they're mauling.
Yeah.
Or even you could
Or
make it
it's-
ambiguous, like you
but it's
don't
like-
know if
I'd
he's
say-
escaped or not.
I'd say kills it and then more of them come.
Well, it is like Resident Evil Afterlife where that guy Luther, he gets like dragged back, but all of a sudden, towards the end, you see him coming out of the drain pipe, like the big massive drain pipe, and he's actually survived.
I remember that scene,
The
yeah.
zombie horde.
So are we having the kills it, turns there's a horde, or are we having kills it, or nearly kills it?
I'd say kills it, goes to the exit, and someone one grabs it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, kills it, but then something bigger grabs him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you reckon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah.
I also think you should have, as well for the hot, scary side of it, make it like the cave's like a sort of maze sort of system, as in like it's so big and deep and they get lost. Like they're taking like the wrong route and they realise they've gone that way before, kind of thing. Like maybe they've come across a body that they've gone past before and like, shit, we're lost. Because that's also scary because they don't know how they're going to get out then, do they?
But like the way it's like sort of filmed, it's like you can only, it's like when you're driving in fog, you can see so far in front of you.
You could think of
So it's that dark that even like doesn't travel that far. So
You could think
they've
of-
got like, little flares and that, but they like only travel so far.
Like,
so like literally they have like
if
2 foot of vision as they're walking through the cave, and then whatever gets them, it's like jump scare sort of things. So it's like just
yeah.
fucking instant. Fucking
You could think of like the scene from Harry Potter, the Goblet of Fire, where they're in the maze, crossed with Resident Evil, where there's zombies coming out from everywhere, but obviously not ones. They've got
I do
guns.
remember the maze scene. I remember being pretty scared of the maze scene from that film as well.
There was a scary bit, like.
Yeah. With shovel face.
Because they cut all the music out of it, don't they? So it's just like rustling and like blasts
Yeah,
every
yeah.
now and then and stuff in it.
You wouldn't have much of a theme tune in this, I think. I think you would have more natural noises.
more like heavy breathing, running water,
Yeah.
just like
So-
empty space.
Dripping water is what you want.
Random like creepy noises. It's like so you hear noise that way, you'll turn around and just hit you from the back.
Shall I trailerise this then?
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this. I've never done this before. They thought they were finding something new and undiscovered. Ancient history reborn.
Anyways, Optimus Prime did narrations for film.
My name. There's a difference. There's the trailer voice, and then there's Optimus Prime. See?
Okay.
Slightly higher and he's more optimistic.
There's a big difference. Yeah, mate. My name's Optimus Prime.
Oh, hey there, kids! It's me, Kermit the Frog, doing a freaking creepy trailer for you.
Right, come on,
So-
let's get this done.
So, a cave, shrouded in mystery and darkness. A team of elite.
What are they called? Cavers?
Operative.
I feel like you have to have like military guys though to make it even more scary, innit? Or some of them at least, military guys.
A team of military a team of specialist military operatives find themselves separated but no one knows what's in the darkness. Will they survive? Spoiler, we've already discussed it, it's a no.
Can't really.
It's good enough.
Yeah. Hey Google,
Question is, would
turn
you
the
wa-
lights to 100%.
Question is, would you watch it? Let us know in the comments below. And if you've enjoyed the spooky sort of stories and everything else, let us know. Give us a like, subscribe.
Let us know who your favourite spooky story was from out of the 4 of our stories.
And give your own.
Yeah, or
Leave your
off with your own, yeah. And any feedback, let us know, because obviously we want to improve.
Yeah.
Let's give a shout out to our number 1 fan though, Jacob. Big up to you, man.
Big up to you, we met him.
Big up to you, bro.
We've met him.
We've met him, yeah.
You know, I was
You're
gonna
a
say,
top
it's the lad
guy,
that we met
man.
in school.
You're a top guy.
The big up, bruh. Cut that bit out.
No. Because it's part of his stupid character. Anyway,
This
so
has been the
let's wrap
Halloween
up.
special of Hold My Cape.
Yeah.
Do you want to shout yourself out, Simon?
Nah, I'm alright.
My
Not
name,
today, really. Wow.
I'll do it.
Let Fish do it.
twitch.tv/Cyborg539. Follow him on YouTube at
No, it's
Cyborg329.
not 529, 329.
That's what I said, 329.
You said 5
It makes no fucking difference. Because you won't be able to find him. Anyway.
Tom, you got anything you want to say?
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
His name is Tom. He used to be called the Apex Gecko. He
And-
tries to hide it, but you can find it in past videos anyway, with links in the description that are no longer active.
But for next
Go on,
Halloween,
Liam.
I will find the horror story that I wrote in school.
You've got a year to wait for that.
I've got a year to
The thing
work.
is, what we're going to do next year, because we've already told probably our only scary stories of
No, a
our
little
life.
bit more.
We've got a
I'll
year
fi-
to decide.
I'll find this fucking.
No, we didn't discuss why we don't like Halloween. We can talk about that next year.
Oh, pumpkins. The stink.
Anyway,
That's it.
what
Prepping
go on,
it
Luke.
as well. Yeah, it's me. You know what?
His name is Liam. Mook. The only person in the world you'll ever find with a second name like Mook. his Instagram name is Liam Mook. He's really easy to find if you know who he is.
Yeah, have a good
Luke.
Halloween, everyone. Stay
Yeah.
safe.
My name has been
Don't be twat.
Fish.
Don't
Adam
be doing
Fish.
this fucking.
Don't try.
Everybody is interrupting me as I trailer voice myself.
Don't
You can find me on Instagram at If Toys Talk, where you will see pictures, including the figures you see behind me. And remember, if you've enjoyed this special episode of Hold My Cape, remember to smack that like button and subscribe. And remember, hold my cape.
Right, hit pause.
Right.
We're finished now.
Goodbye.
Bye.